dogs are listening.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
What we got's gonna turn your brain into shit.
Why you laugh?
Zlurpcast!
Zlurpcast, February 2026. Johnny P here, Xtreme in the yellow, Spencer / other Spencer. I don't even know who the other one, so you are Spencer, but we had a little off-air chat. Knowing is half the battle. Xtreme, what's the other half?
I don't know.
Okay, Spencer, what's the
I'm
other
still
half?
waiting to find out.
The other half is you're just fucking wrong.
Oh, wait, so knowing's half the battle, then the other half of the battle. So people are shooting at you, then you're just wrong?
Yeah.
There's no fighting going on?
No, you're fucking dead.
Oh, shit.
Why you laugh?
Do you know you're dead first? Did that half come first? The
I
knowing
guess
half?
it's I guess it all depends on how right they were.
See, I thought if knowing's half the battle, that's 50%. I was going to do 26% blue lasers and 24% red lasers.
It's a common misconception.
That would be the other half. That's the battle. But if you say,
But
fucking wrong, whatever.
doesn't the half that think they're wrong or that is wrong think they're right? So does that mean the other side is wrong in their view?
There's only one person qualified to answer that, and I would believe that would be Scott Bakula, Dr. Samuel Beckett, to write what once went wrong. That's how I learned about Quantum Leap.
Yep. Him and Ziggy.
Yeah, fucking Ziggy, dude. The original smartphone, original iPhone, Ziggy. One app, just sending you into weird scenarios. All right, let's get to it. This is a Blood Bowl podcast, guys. We're here because it's Blood Bowl. People might think, oh, you guys are... Listen, this is full-on Blood Bowl. You got 3 Blood Bowl aficionados here. Xtreme. You got Spencer. Oh, is someone else there? Or not you?
Yeah, I was just looking for the third person who knew about Blood Bowl.
Oh, yeah. You're not. You're not. Not an aficionado. Are you an enthusiast?
I'm like a Blood Bowl scrub.
Oh, screwed.
Yeah, I tinker around those cool fun tables that no one cares about.
Yeah. That's smart. That's a good place to be. Keep your expectations low. In general.
So low.
Yeah.
It just makes it fun.
Makes it fun. Well, we have our segments on this show, right? We do Around the Old World. We talk about upcoming tournaments. We do Tournament Graveyard. We talk about past tournaments. Typically, we reserve Inside the Dugout for our own projects or planning, things like that. But now, all 3 of us are in Blood Bowl leagues. What? This was Xtreme. This is supposed to be not the league podcast. When we came out, we were the 3rd, and then Tackle Zone went away, so we were second oldest. Not, we took some breaks, whatever. And 3-Die Block was league. We were supposed to be tournaments. What happened to us, Xtreme? What happened?
Over the years, it's a long story. I'm assuming there's some subscribers that have been here for our whole journey. But yeah,
Bread, probably.
it's important to try new things.
Okay. So I think it's fun because you tell me if you agree with this, Xtreme. And Spencer, I guess you get a voice. Spencer, you get 10% share of voice on this one. I've got 45 and Xtreme has 35. Is my math off? It doesn't matter. Blood Bowl is a league game. We have bastardized it to fit into tournaments. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Games Workshop said, well, if you're going to have tournaments, let's just throw the rules in there. And then eventually they follow it along. The great thing about it is it works. It's totally fine. You look at other games, even other Games Workshop games, especially those, and it's like 10 editions of 40K and they still can't figure out a way to make things competitive and still fun. And you know what I mean? Blood Bowl works. It works in the league campaign type system and it works in the tournament system in different ways. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to ask all 3 of us what we prefer now that we've Xtreme. You have had league games yet or not yet?
Not yet. I mean, many years ago I have.
Oh, okay. Then you know what? Let's hold off on that question. Spencer, you won't get to answer. Doesn't matter.
Sorry.
You're not really part of the show. But I want you to get a few under your belt, Xtreme. I want you to get a few because I've got some interesting notes, so to speak, about it. Some
You hang on to those notes.
Okay. Anecdotes and notes. Well, let's get right to it. Did I introduce you, Spencer?
Yeah.
Okay. I have you in my Rolodex as Cheated Fate Spencer. What is that?
Oh god, that was a lifetime ago.
Yeah,
When I
was
played
that,
when I played other games.
was that like Malifaux or some shit?
That was Malifaux, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
we were the second ever Malifaux podcast.
What is Cheated Fate? Is that a reference in the game?
Yeah, it's like when you could like change like you could swap in cards, you'd be cheating fate.
Oh, okay.
So-
Like Final Destination?
Yes, very much like that.
Which one came out first?
Probably Final Destination.
And they're the better one.
Yep, that always will be.
Would you rather watch Final Destination, any of them, any of the 8 or whatever, or play Malifaux right now?
I'd probably rather watch all of them in a row.
Yeah.
Would you have to watch them with a monocle on?
No, because I don't play Malifaux anymore.
Oh, okay.
And part B to that, how do you know they're in a row when the numbering system's all fucked up?
Also fair.
Yeah. But that's a whole other episode.
It really is.
That's a whole other fucking episode. It's like when I got the third Pearl Jam CD, it was fucking bigger. Like, Vitalogy, really? Anyway. All right. So let's get right to it. Xtreme, you are the official executive producer of the show. Where should we start first?
I think we need to go inside that dugout.
Oh, okay. We're going to start with the orgasm. Interesting. Well played. All right, play the music.
Brought to you by McMurdy's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loathing it. You are tuned into the Zlurpcast.
With Xtreme and Johnny P. Lodging to a speaker near you.
Inside the dugout.
And yeah, Xtreme, you're such a fucking downer.
Why you laugh?
If I guess we're back, Tournament Graveyard, everybody. Question for the audience: if a YouTube video is not heard by anybody, does it still exist? If you've never clicked on it and you've never seen it, okay, you've never gone to the channel or the video, but I'm telling you, there's YouTube videos of our show. If you want to see the video podcast, sure. Will violate your ears all day long. But if you want to see the video, but you never see it, does it exist? Spencer, first.
Well, it technically still takes up server space, so I'd say it exists
How do you know it's there?
because I can look it up and it'll be there.
No, well, then that you've done it. You've opened the box and found the dead cat. You know what I mean?
Actually, the real answer is because I've watched them.
But the newest one, if you have not seen it yet, how do you know it's there?
I get a notification on my phone saying that it's there.
Well played. Xtreme beat that.
I just know it's there because I was part of the recording,
Yeah, true.
and I trust that you're going to upload it.
Okay. And now me, I just have faith. Get all
Gotta-
use a little faith in a show like this.
You got to have faith.
Yeah, gotta have faith. Get the fuck up as well. Get the fuck up. Side note, in Florida, Fred Durst is still a big deal down here. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. It's like, people talk about him. Like, there goes Fred. No, I'm nowhere near. There goes Fred. I am, by the way, like, this is true. This part's true. There's like a shit ton of wrestlers that all live like right around me, but I haven't seen them yet. So it's like a Bigfoot sighting kind of thing.
Mhm.
I'm looking at everybody when I go to stores. I want to see, like, is that Titus O'Neil over there?
The only person we have around here is Rhino.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and he's like at all the local
Yeah. Rhino,
collectible shows and stuff like that.
Matt Gearing. Is that his name?
I
Anyone? No, not Matt.
don't know.
Well,
I'd have to cheat and look.
well, because you're gonna call him Rhino in the fucking store. Look
Oh,
like
yeah.
an asshole.
I would.
And he's gonna gore the shit out of you. Gore. All right. Listen, Xtreme, you want to go inside the dugout. Sometimes when you're in the dugout, other stuff happens. As a baseball aficionado, Xtreme, you know there's an equal amount of strategy and planning in the dugout and chewing on sunflower seeds. Equal portions.
Sometimes a outfielder just wants to bring a beer into the dugout, and the
Yeah,
next
I saw
year
that.
he isn't invited to spring training.
I saw
don't
that.
know.
You know what's crazy? That's not even that bad.
Right. Like,
really
it wasn't that long ago that all the players were smoking and drinking in the dugout.
Yeah.
But-
That's like the the nicest thing you could do in the dugout, actually. I would, and if you're signing autographs while drinking said beer, oh my God, put him in the Hall of Fame. You know?
He actually didn't even get to drink the beer. A teammate took it away from him. So
wow.
he just brought it.
I wonder if he got credit on his mental health app for pouring the beer, but not enjoying the beer. There we go. Nipsey Doodle.
He probably got credit for making a friend.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's how you unlock both.
That's right. Do you think major sports have like Blood Bowl friend shirts they give out, but it says like, you're my baseball friend? And like someone on the team, and they're like, hey, Juan, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm like, I'm not coming over. That's weird. You're only my baseball friend.
I would like to think that the shirt says, I'm paid to be your friend.
Yeah. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, they probably had it, and then MLB said they couldn't have it anymore.
Couldn't do it, yeah. Well, this inside the dugout, this happened. Guy talk. You know what I mean? People used to think guy talk has to be vulgar, offensive. No, guy talk is just bullshit. You know what I mean? Guy talk in 2026 is very non-offensive because none of us, especially the white men, us, we don't know what to say. So we just shut the fuck up about it. We talk about other things. So when you're in the dugout, we got to talk about Blood Bowl now because we've already reached everything. If we go any further off topic, we're in offensive territory now. So I think we got to go inside the dugout. Spencer, you are the guest.
Okay.
I want to hear about what is going down in Monroe, Michigan. Like, is there just a fucking Blood Bowl resurgence there, or was it always there? And were you the catalyst? Were you the impotence? Is that the right word? Impetus, something like that, to make that happen. So tell me, what's going down in Monroe?
Well, we used to have like a pretty decent Blood Bowl scene down here where we ran a few leagues, did a couple events, and we do that in between like traveling to like other tournaments and playing. And I think we had probably maybe six coaches when we did it years ago before everyone kind of took a break. And then we thought it was going to come back in season 2, and it just kind of fizzled out, and no one else was really ready to get back into it. And then now that season 3 is coming out, I just started getting texts from people wanting to get it going again. Sean was kind of the commissioner.
Nice.
I kind of helped him out with the original ones, but one of our players from the original league, he's decided to take on the reins this time around. So Sean and I kind of get to be players this time.
It's
So
nice
sucker.
It's like being a retired president. You know what I mean? You still got the fucking clout. You still get the girls. You know what I mean? But you don't have to do the work.
Exactly. So Sean was like the commissioner. I was in charge of like bribery and corruption. So I was just constantly putting out hits on people and just trying to reward people for just doing absolute bullshit for their games. And then some people would take me up on it. Other people were like, "You're stupid." But it was a good time. But
I don't like those other people at all. They sound negative. But
I'm like, this is what leagues are for.
Well, I mean, you mentioned the new edition of the game.
Yeah.
And that sort of got people excited. It seems like we shouldn't need it, but I think we all do need it. I think that does light a spark under communities.
Yeah, I think people get excited not only for the new models, but I think everyone kind of feels like they're going to be at the same entrance point again, where everyone's kind of relearning some stuff, and it's not as big of a leap to jump back in. And just like the excitement, people are like, "Oh, there's new stuff, there's new box, there's new this." So like, the excitement to play is there. So it's the easiest way to kind of jump on and get something going again. And you see stuff arriving in the store when you're going to game night. So we're already up to I think like 10 or 11 people. And
nice.
They've decided they're going to do the kickoff point the Friday after AdeptCon, just because like over half the group will be there in Wisconsin. And it's just easier if we started afterward. But we're
you're doing like preseason warm up stuff and then starting the league. In like April-ish. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple weeks of just teaching the people how to play who don't know how to play, us as people coming back, just refreshing on the rules and just getting the feel for it again, and just kind of testing out teams before you're locked into them for an entire league.
Are you gonna leave out some stuff just to make sure you can beat them later or no?
I mean,
I like to do that.
yeah, I think the biggest decision we've had to make so far was if we were going to keep the Parrot and Nuffle stuff in or not. And I kind of went back and forth. I'm like, I can see good, I can see bad, but we decided since it's going to be our first league back in, we're just going to leave everything. We're just going to go 100%. Whatever's in the rule book is going to be in, and then we'll make adjustments next league.
Yeah, I think that's best. Play with everything and then decide. It's kind of like, as gamers, everyone judges shit before they try it. Happens all the time. With every game at all times.
Yeah.
So just try it out. Because sometimes things aren't as bad or as, we'll say, doesn't maybe fit as well, but sometimes they do. You know, and I think, there's good and bad. Like in my last game, well, we'll get into it, but I had an issue with the Prayers of Nuffle.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of times too, like I feel like scaling that towards something that's, player pack versus, player pack skilled up versus someone who is actually going up against a much higher, team value team.
Yeah.
And people have been winning to where they've been losing. Maybe that's the balancing factor that they actually do need. So we'll see how that goes. And then once we finish this, we'll do a full league, and then we'll do like the finals. And after the finals, we're just going to have just an end of league tournament to kind of celebrate the league, and then we'll talk about if we want to go into the second another league or not.
Playing weekly with like scheduled games and all that.
Yep, we're gonna do scheduled games, and then we're trying to keep it to be one night. But I think the easiest way is just kind of schedule a game with your opponent, and as long as they get it in within the week time frame, then we can throw up the next round.
I used to be really big on like a league night, like in way back when.
Yeah, it was too. It's just so hard.
It's so hard. It's like, in theory, that sounds great. It's just, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work out. If you, and a lot of leagues are every 2 weeks, but if you're doing weekly, you just got to let people do it.
Yeah.
The other night at my store, we had like, I think it was like their role playing night. So it was pretty slow. Wasn't a lot. And there were 4 Blood Bowl games going on, which I thought was pretty cool. It wasn't an official night. That was just the night that 8 of us could get together,
Yeah, we have people who work like abnormal shifts too, kind of like they work swing. So, one Friday they may not be working, but then the next 3 they might be. So it's tough.
Xtreme, hearing about Spencer's League and all the fun they're having. Are you a little jealous right now?
I'm always jealous when I hear about people I like having fun in leagues.
Yeah.
The one league that I see pictures of online and things that I wish I could be a part of is the Cincinnati group, the Doom Divers. Their league looks awesome.
Yeah. Because are they like embracing the kind of sports fluff side of it all?
They're just a really fun group of guys that get together and play. For their championship, they always have like entrance songs and costumes and stuff, and they really get into it.
I like that. Spencer, does your league have like a funny name? Like how it's like the Monroe area Blood Bowl League, the Mabel.
We were
the Mabel.
Back in the day, we were the Gabo League.
What's Gabo?
We were the Gauntlet of Blackwater Blood Bowl organization.
Okay. Gabo.
So you think of the shape of Michigan. It's like a gauntlet stuck in the middle of the water. So.
Yeah. Is that what it's called now, or there's no name now?
We'll see if the new commissioner wants to keep the name or not, but that's totally up to him. But we actually had shirts made up when we would go to events. It'd say "Gabo Gabo Hey" on them.
Oh yeah.
So.
That's a Ramones song, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And then the other one was it was prepared to be defeated, and everyone would be like, "Oh, you're so cocky." And we're like, "Read it again. It's prepared to be defeated."
Oh, I get it. I like it. So I like that. Stream, let me get this one in because it's a stupid joke. So you've got it named after a Ramones song. Have you considered getting shirts named after another Ramones song, such as "The KKK Took My Baby Away"?
That's just too normal right now.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if you thought about walking around Adepticon wearing one of those, because it still wouldn't be as bad as the robe guy. It'd be like right under him.
I mean, the robe guy, like, are you really at Adepticon until you've seen the robe guy?
Yeah. And if you haven't seen his dick, is he really wearing a robe? One of those, Schrodinger's cat.
Well, I have not yet, so
you don't know then.
I don't know.
A real robe leaves you just enough glimpse to use your imagination for the rest. A real
Yeah.
robe.
Yeah, he wears the real thick ones. So we just
I like
don't.
the
We'll never
thin
know.
ones where you get like a little fucking army helmet in there. You know what I'm saying?
It just cresses you so.
Yeah. The fucking thin ass sweatpants. That's my look. All right. Xtreme, you got something real to say before my dumb joke?
Yeah, for you mentioned hanging out at the bottom tables, the fun tables, and if that's the attitude you take into the game, I think it's a good idea to fully embrace the prayers of Nuffle and just let all the zaniness of the game come out for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's your recommendation.
I tried to leave those tables, and then the game reminded me they're much better players than me, and sent me right back down to those tables.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Anything else on your league, Spencer?
No, not
just get ready for it?
yeah. It's kind of
All right.
if people are in the area,
Okay.
we play our house games, and we're going to be starting after Adepticon. So reach
Nice.
out if you're in the area. We have spots open.
Cool. Xtreme, you gonna make the drive up? Okay. I thought you were dedicated. I thought. And you wanted to like pretend you lived in Michigan. Here's your chance.
We're close to the big house.
Yeah. You're like on the border, right?
Yeah, we're on the Ohio Michigan border. So
are you in?
we're 40 minutes from Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Close to Toledo-ish.
Yes, we're actually right on the border of we border Toledo, so we're right in between Toledo and Metro Detroit.
Okay. Well, in the league I'm in Tampa, there's a store called Armada Games. I don't think there's a name. This is called the Store League, the Armada League. Which now I'm kind of a little disappointed. There was the guy running the Sevens League. It's like on the side, just kind of like a open league, which haven't had much play since the regular league came up. He calls his, I think, the Arbol, the AR, maybe Armada, whatever. But yeah, I kind of missed that because I created the AWFL, the Old World Football League, back in 1996, and that was ahead of its time. Well, not really. It was actually before its time because that was 2490. Now I'm confused on all the dates. The league I'm in, however, I've got my Chaos Dwarf team, the Roadies, who are all Roadies. They do a great job. They're great at plugging in things, plugging chords into amps, and hopefully plugging touchdowns, but have not happened so much. I'm 1-3 right now, unfortunately. However, my one win was against my division rival. There's 6 divisions and 3 teams in each. We have 18. And so that's good. So we have the tiebreaker. I've got that one. But you mentioned earlier, Spencer, about sometimes intimidating for new players. My first game, I lost to somebody. He was pretty new. He was like literally like assembling his team, and he was, I was showing him stuff before the game. He had people come over and kind of give him some tips, which fine, totally fine. But like that happens.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if it's like I got the ball, I got to make a dodge, boom, 4+, I made it, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a 30-year veteran, or you could be, this is your second game. That role still works.
Yeah, Nuffle takes, Nuffle gives.
No, right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only thing I think that'll get you is sometimes the experience. You might, do some things that are maybe not as risky, but I still do the dumb shit because I'm like, you know what? I might want to stand that guy up later if I get the ball loose. Why would I want to stand him up now? I might want to do something. So I think that just kind of happens. It's all part of the game, all part of the agony, which is that failed dice roll that we see.
I think it also comes from, just experience in other games where it can be, just this massive uphill knowledge or gap to get into, and they just haven't experienced Blood Bowl yet. So they don't know like how crazy the dice can be. And,
Good point.
You have these odds, that should be this, but usually, the play that shouldn't happen is the one that does. And the one that's, a sure thing is the one that you double one out on. So.
Yeah. You're right.
They're still in that phase of having fun with the game. They haven't learned to hate it yet.
Exactly.
They haven't learned. They will.
Oh, they will.
It's just, yeah, I think some people get intimidated before really playing and seeing what happens. And I mean, I made my last game, several 4+ dodges with my bull centaurs. I didn't win the game. And, my opponent could be like, oh man, you're making all these. Like, yeah, that's true. But, I'm going to fail some other stuff too. It's all just kind of part of that flow. And I think that if you don't try the weird shit, you don't get the fun stories either. And I like the fun stories.
Like going to an event is like what really shows you that is the thing about Blood Bowl. Like that is the reason we play Blood Bowl, because that is all you hear about after the games and at the end of the event is just the crazy ass shit that happens. It's not so much people like, oh, I should have won because these dice are stupid. It was, oh my God, you should have seen this. Yeah,
you're right. It's the old, people don't remember what you did. They remember how you made them feel. And I think the feel of Blood Bowl, I had a Minotaur on the ground who needed to, I blitzed with them. And so I made my 2+, stood up, jumped over a down opponent into 2 tackle zones. So it's a 6. So I could try to blitz the ball carrier. I did not get it. I rolled a 5, close. But like, if that would have happened, that would have been amazing. That could have changed the entire game. It could have gotten me a touchdown and possibly, tied it up.
Yeah.
But it was dumb by gaming standards. You know what I mean? Like, it was dumb because my opponent's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what else am I going to do? Just try to keep chasing you? And then you're going to have a guy come around, blitz that guy, and then keep running. Like, sometimes the standard way of trying to catch a ball carrier is just, it may seem like, well, I should just do that. I should just bring him over here and get closer. It's like, it's never going to work out. Because eventually you're always going to push me out of the way. So if I already know I'm never going to stop you, why the fuck am I going to do the obvious thing? I'm going to do something crazy.
Yeah, you're playing into their defense.
Right.
Like they've set their things up expecting you to do that. Just that.
Totally.
So, but yeah, and it's like my favorite story is like I play bash teams. I've played so many bash teams for so long and for so many events, hearing about people getting to pitch clear. I've only come close to pitch clearing one time, and I missed it by one roll, like by one on the roll.
Yeah.
And I did it with halflings.
Awesome. Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
and those are the stories. That's always part of it, So we're on week 4 right now. There's going to be 10 games, and then the division winners and the top 2 records outside of division winners will go in a tournament of 8. What I recently learned though was when the league's over, they then, pick a date for the next league and you can redraft players if you want, but you're paying their entire value plus 20,000. So if I want to bring back a Chaos Dwarf with Guard, he's 70. Guard is 20 plus 10 for Elite. So he's 100, and then 20 for the redraft fee. So I'd have to pay 120 to bring him back. That's almost 2 blockers. Xtreme, would you do that?
Is the redraft fee a one-time thing, or does that go into your team value for the season?
Good question. I think it's your value. Wait. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't be, because that would mess up the things that tally up your roster immediately. I bet you it's a one-time thing. The 20. Yeah, then the value is the value. Yes. Yeah.
So then, I don't know. I guess I could see it would still be hard. Maybe you save one player, but
yeah.
It's kind of protecting your league from having a really nasty killer team that people have no hope to get into.
What I've noticed already in my league is it's only week 4, but most people are keeping their value very, very low. And I used Acorn in my last game and I know you're supposed to protect him, but I was kicking off and I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to send him down there. I mean, my goal was to maybe use sidestep to just annoy the ball carrier while my other guys got there. And of course he went down and that was it. So he was, gone in the first turn. So that's 80,000 gone. And then I had 3 prayers of Nuffle that I forgot to roll on. And my opponent is super nice. This guy, Austin, he goes, so do you want to do him now? I go, no. I'm like, I fucked up. I remembered it like the 3rd turn. He goes, how about a halftime? You do. I go, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I missed it. And that's okay. That's just kind of how it goes. But on the
you should have just told them roadies don't pray.
Yeah. Well, you know what I did say, actually? They do pray to the metal gods. What's funny is when I remembered forgetting the prayers, I go, don't worry about it. I'm going to say my prayer right now. And I did oh, Nuffle, please bless me. And I broke armor and got a casualty on the very next 2 rolls, 10-10. This shit's real. I don't care in your personal life what you believe, but in the game of Blood Bowl, this is real shit. There's real supernatural powers involved here. So I got my prayer one way or the other, you know, and I will say my experience with prayers so far is this, and we're talking leagues this one, but I think that fluff wise, I love it. I love the idea of prayers to Nuffle, but 10,000, are you kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? So it would either have to be like max one, or everyone would just take one, or I mean, because you could spend money in your treasury to get one.
I think there's two problems. One is the cost. 10,000 is way too cheap. And the second is the number of them that last the whole game now.
Yeah. It's rough. I'll tell you, having go for it on 3+, the moles, right? That's so difficult again. And you know, there's some that are league oriented, you know, like, you know, I think one of them is fouling, get star player points for fouling or something, you know, but I like the idea of it. I just hope something is done officially about it, put it that way. But I don't want them to go away. I don't, tournaments, I will say this though, tournaments, I don't think they should be in tournaments. I think tournaments should ban them, but leagues, I love them, just not in their current 10,000 states. And I wouldn't change what they do. You know, to your point, Xtreme, some are very powerful. I don't want to get in the mode of like, now, you know, I'd rather just bump the cost up like crazy and still make it that random, because it is fun in a league, but in a fucking tournament, it's not cool, because it's just not, it's too game decided. And also
it varies too much too. Like it's like one person pays for it and gets this, and then another person pays for the same thing and gets something wildly different. And
also I don't want to budget, like when I'm building a tournament team, I don't want to budget 30,000 right off the bat. Like I don't want to like automatically be like, well, I'm taking 3. Like that, it should have been an afterthought. Oh, I got leftover money. But now it's like, no, I'm taking 3. I'm gonna start with that shit.
It'd be the star player like problem all over again.
Yeah. And that's currently being, you know, worked through. So last game, you know, Acorn got killed early on, and then I played against the Chaos Chosen team, and he had a blocker with guard and block, a couple of block beastmen, and I think a kicker. So he got a handful of skills, maybe 4 skills. He was a good coach though. I mean, even a team that's not like a stellar team on paper with a good coach usually can do pretty well. Before that, I've played against ogres, I've played against orcs, and necromantic. And the only game I won was against the necromantic team. Mm-hmm. So I think now I'm going to start to do better, because now after last game was my big skill up game. So now I have 2 bulls with block and 2 blockers with guard. And I bought a 4/3 roll, and I got a mascot. Well, I don't have a, but if I'm under, I may not be under anymore, because now I'm back up. Now my players are back. I'm back up to, I think, 1390, I believe. And most of the values now are in like the 1100s for people. So
yeah, they're going to start grinding now.
Yeah, we're going to have to see like how much people budget for that. And I'll throw one other thing out there too, that was brought up in our league, which I thought was interesting. You know how a lot of times people like to, they play their game and they go, oh, okay, I'll think about what I want to do later. In this league, we do it at the table. And that's fine. It extends the game, but and I like that. I'll tell you why. If you do it in order, like you're supposed to do it in order, you are supposed to hire players before firing players. And that means, let's say you get a gutter runner that loses an armor value, right? And you already have 2. You can't fire him, then hire a new one. You got to hire a new one, but you can't, because you're at the max. So you got to fire him, play around with one, like, one league game, and then hire him next game. When I played leagues in the past, and when I remember leagues from the past, all the pregame stuff was merged together. All the post-game stuff merged together. In other words, I was never cognizant of like doing things in an order. Mm-hmm. Like you roll on the expensive mistakes table. Well, oh wait, I'm going to buy something now. No, you already rolled on the table, and you have too much money in your treasury. You can't buy anything else. Oh, I just thought I wanted to buy this. No, you've already completed that step. And that's why I like it. It's a change for a lot of people because a lot of people like to leave right after their game. That's how most games you do. But I think it's helpful to do all the pregame stuff before, then the game, which that's my least favorite part is the game. No, and then the post-game stuff afterwards in order, because that, especially with the hiring and firing, I did not even Xtreme. Did you realize that was like in order like that?
I did, and I'm not sure it's going to stay in order like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that's changed.
That's too bad. I like it. You should get penalized if you want to fire people.
As a counter argument to what you're saying there,
Okay.
I know you guys aren't using Tour Play, but if you use Tour Play or some software, it's going to force you to do those steps in order. And then you still have a week or whatever to think about what you want to do and plan it all out.
Yeah,
What do you mean what you want to do?
Like plan out, like, I want to fire this guy. I want to skill this guy up. You don't have to do it right there at the table before
because
you
you're
leave.
doing it in the app. You
Yeah.
still do it in order, but on your own time.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can see going both ways. I like Tour Play, the idea of it. Obviously, like I said, you're not using it at the store, but to me, the reason why I'm getting into it, it kind of reminds me of like a campaign style game where you're like, how much gold did I get from killing the fucking Goblin King? And you're doing those things at the end of your game and like, oh, I'm gonna buy this sword. So kind of to me, it was kind of like that.
I don't want to be, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a very negative mood tonight, but sometimes after the game's over, you just want to leave.
Yeah, I understand. Well, like tournaments, that's what I love about tournaments. And we're going to, we'll talk more about, tournaments but like I have like, it's really weird. I feel like my brain is literally split in half from league and tournament. And yes, I'm thankfully playing different teams. That helps. I don't like sharing teams between the two because
it gets confusing.
That guy always gets blocked. He doesn't always get blocked. You got to work for that fucking block, But having two different teams, I have two different mindsets. Like I've had some of these league games have gone 4 hours with everything, but we're talking, someone's grabs a drink, people come by, and I thought that was going to annoy me. I thought I was going to really get bothered. And the only time I've really got annoyed by it is like, maybe like if I didn't really properly allot the time, like if we started at 7, it's getting real late, but I've been starting my games now at like 5:30. But in the old days, none of us ever got out of work at normal times. So like I used to always play games start at 7:30 at night. So that would have drove me nuts. But now I'm kind of like planning for it. And there's like a little bit of locker room camaraderie that's going on. Like, one guy's like, what should I take? And they're talking about their game. And like, they're literally stopping their game to analyze skills. And I thought that would have drove me crazy, but I'm like, that's fine. It's a league. That's what you do.
Yeah, I know, but like waiting for your games to start too. Like that's usually the conversation too. Like, oh, I hope so and so gets a skill point this game because I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, and Xtreme, to your point earlier, there is a little bit of planning outside. Not everyone, and anyone would do it if they wanted to. But when you finish your week's game, we already know the schedule. It's a printed schedule, and your opponent for next week finishes game. You can send a message like, hey, what's your team value? Or what, in the same message of when do you want to play? There's a little bit of that, like, hey, I'm at 1350. And because the previous step's been done already, there's no, my opponent's at 1390. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to fire some people. Like it's already done. The accounting book is closed. So that's what I like about it is that you don't really get to game for the next opponent. And I kind of like that, but you might disagree.
What software are you guys using for your league tracking?
It's called the Store Manager's 3-ring D ring. It's a D ring for like
doing old school,
cards. Yeah.
Real old school.
It's the every coach has a sleeve and it's in the order. Like we all have like a number, and one side is our roster, the other side is like our win-loss sheets that say what inducements we got and all of that. Now, the one thing I do, not everyone does it. I just because I like something fresh. The one that's in the book right now is my week 3 roster with a handwritten version of my changes.
Okay.
The one I'm going to bring to my next game is going to be a printed one. And then I'm going to swap that. So like every week I swap my one in the book for a current one, but I am going to have written on there what I got after that game. Some people are doing the straight up like D&D character sheet where it's pencil, like eraser everywhere. I have a hard time with it personally, just, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't like that kind of record keeping. I would completely use any type of software available, but hey, I ain't doing it. So
our old ones, we had like actual sheets printed out that was basically like the ways you can get star player points, and then you just write like the player number in that box for each one they would get, and then at the end you'd add it to the Excel sheet at the end. But we're gonna try that that Death Bowl app this year.
Nice.
And this season, and then if the season goes well and people want to pitch in for next season, then we can upgrade to tour play. But we're gonna see how this first season goes first.
Did you guys know that
Death Pitch? Is that
Death Pitch, right?
Or is it Death Pitch? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I think it's
Death Pitch.
Death Path, I think. Death Path.
Why you laugh?
Download that one.
Definitely.
BB Roster has some functionality in it for that. I just realized. So you could, when you go into results like league game and BB Roster, you save it in there. You got to log in, but it'll keep your login. You can put league, and it'll say what were the fans, what was the weather, what was this, what was that, who got what, and it would give it to you. My only problem with it is I'm adding columns I only added touchdown, casualty, and MVP because probably not going to get it. If I get an interception, I'll add that column. And if I get a completion, I'll add that column. But I added TD, casualties, MVP just because I like it on a PDF file of what's, but once you hit save, the columns go away. They don't, my only beef right now is in BB Roster, if you add columns, they will go away even if you save it. Okay. But I add them on there, and then I print a PDF so I have a finished one because I want to keep those stats. But for me, that's working out. The only thing I don't like about not using software, I mean, yeah, there could be clerical errors, of course, or people could be making errors, but the actual only real reason I'd love to have software is I've had opponents that have had no team name and no player names, and if you're using an app, you have to put that stuff in. Mm-hmm. Like, if I ever, not that I have any brains to actually make something like that, but like, first thing would be, no, you can't hit the save button until you name your player. And I want a thing in there that says you can't just name a guy fucking Joe Bob. You know what I mean? You got to like put some names in there, real ones. But you don't have that. So like after each game, I've been asking my opponents, like, hey, what's your team name? And, some of them will say, I don't have one. I'm like, all right, well, give me one, or I'm going to, and then player names, I just kind of been making up. And that's carried over into my tournament updates too, because I've been writing tournament updates for my own little record. And I look at someone's roster, I'm like, you didn't fucking name any of your guys. Come on, man. Like,
yeah, I'd spend longer coming up with the player names than I did thinking of like what was going to be in my team and what build I was going to take.
Totally. Because I want to give them personality. I mean, I'm taking my thoughts and I'm taking ChatGPT and I'm merging them together and creating these fun little stories. Like, it's so much fun for me, not for everybody, but for me. So I'm never going to stop doing that. The only downside is because there's other people involved. Sometimes I got to ask, what's your team name? I don't have one. Well, I'm not going to put in Mike's Goblins as a team name. That's not going to happen. You're going to be whatever. I'll make something up.
So
players 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, right.
So I've run into that a few times because I've kept track of every opponent's team name that I've ever played with against the 40 Miners.
Yeah.
And there are some times where I'm like, oh, you don't have a team name? I guess that's free reign for me to make up whatever the hell I want. We'll see how this game goes.
Totally. Yeah, I think for teams, I'm gonna write stuff up. So I've been writing up for my tournament team, the Middenheim Thespians. They're like medieval times type actors. I get a team name from somebody, but player names, I'm writing it up because I'm writing a story. I'm writing things that happen in those, We're going to cover that more in the graveyard, but it's like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Those Thespians have an awesome logo. I'm not going to lie.
Thanks. Yeah, it looks really good. I like it. It worked out well. I get you a sticker, right? So they're on their merch already. They got their merch out.
Yeah, the merch. The merch is hot already.
Yeah. Awesome. So Xtreme, tell me about your league and the plans for that.
Yeah, so I joined a league. I haven't played any games yet. I've scheduled my first game. I play in a handful of days. But there were a couple different reasons. I haven't played in a league in 15 years,
Yeah,
probably.
Me too.
And I'm much more of a tournament, and I don't think this is going to change my mind. But the reason I was able to jump into this, it's only 6 games long regular season plus playoffs, and they play every other week. So you have 2 weeks to play your game. I was like, that's not that much of a commitment. I can do that.
Right.
And then also, I got in my head this whole nostalgic idea, and once I get an idea in my head, that's the end of it.
I had that same thing. All of a sudden, you've spent $1,000 on an idea, and then it never happens. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Whatever. And it could be for anything. And then it's just like, what? Why didn't I just take a fucking breath? Like, it's like when you have an angry email and, they say, just put it in drafts and don't hit send. And then like, if in an hour you still want to send it, no, I'm sending it now. I'm going to write fuck you now in an email.
They have to know that I only took 30 seconds to respond.
That I'm mad right now.
No, so the nostalgic idea that I have with it, so I'm playing this league at the Game Preserve. And when I first got into Blood Bowl in 1994, 95-ish, this thing is like the end of 94, I bought my first stuff at the Game Preserve when it was in the Greenwood Park Mall. So they've moved locations, however long that's been, many years.
Greenwood? Was that
Greenwood
north by like Fishers before?
No, Greenwood is south of Indy. Fishers is north of Indy.
Okay.
So that was my first ever time buying anything, and the first thing I bought, I saved up all my job money from the summer, and I bought the Blood Bowl box set, Death Zone, and the Chaos team, which was really what I was going tour. Yeah. I need to get that Chaos team
because you want that Minotaur. You want
I mean, the Minotaur for
awesome.
sure.
I saw your thing the other day. You're like, that's it's fucking great. I love that model so much.
No, I mean, how I got into Blood Bowl is a different story, but that cover art of Death Zone with that Minotaur was one of the big things that got me into the game. So
I thought that was cool because also he was all torso, and I thought when I grow up, I want to be all torso. I wanted real skinny legs and it's all fucking like muscles. I thought would have been cool.
Well, I'll take this sidetrack with this model too. So one of the things I love with this model too that a lot of people hate is the feet. He has humanoid feet. He doesn't have hooves, and I love it.
Like, I don't even think I remember or noticed. Yeah. Like now that I'm thinking about it.
You don't.
So does he have like boots, or is it like no. bare feet?
Bare feet.
Wow.
All toes. Because I remember on my model originally when I painted it, I painted like the white part of the nails, and someone was like, "Oh, he has like a French manicure." I was like, "No, I'm just trying to paint like nails. Come on." Yeah. Like.
I wonder if it's because maybe he was hoping to get sure feet, and that's
possibly.
You got to have feet to get sure feet.
I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's incorrect. It should have hooves. I don't care. It looks cool when he has just these feet.
I would argue, dude, it's fucking chaos. It's a mutant. He could have whatever the fuck he wants. He could have 3 dicks. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah,
I'd be on board with it.
That's why it has really, tiny legs and feet, because just the top half of him is actually the Minotaur, because he's been like cursed by chaos.
I remember that model was one of the challenges we had back in the day was we were all like trying to get it to fit on a small base, and we all had like our different ways of doing it.
Oh, really?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
It came with a square base. It came with a square 40.
I don't remember at all. I remember Dean making like a fucking Pac-Man out of a base. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And like I'm like, that works. Because I was like, do I have one over the edge? Because the old board was so small for larger bases.
Yeah. So those were my initial purchase was getting to this Chaos team, and I joined a league at that store. So I thought it would be and. So several years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, I got the idea of I'm going to repaint that team because it was my first, the first time I painted it with whatever the model card enamel brand is.
Testers?
Yes. So I did Testers paint on it. So it's horrible. Stripping those models was a bitch.
Well, they're metal, right? So I guess metal you could.
But the enamel paint.
Testers is terrible to take off.
About Testers? I like smelling it. It's fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, it's good though. It's fucking good.
Yeah. So 4 or 5 years ago, I started this process of I was just going to repaint the team and like make it a display. This was my original team. And
it was like the actual Chaos team, right? Because it was, I think, was it 3 of the same and then one duplicate?
Yeah, 1 duplicate. So when I set out to redo it, I changed that duplicate. I cut the horns off so it looks different. So now I
I'm
have
always
four.
the same way with that. I even did it with the newer cast team. One of my favorite models from that era was the mutant one of that. He had a long tongue and
The claw. Yeah, the claw.
I like that guy. He's very, very Games Workshop 90s, that guy. I love it.
Yeah. So I don't know if I it's not currently, I don't know if I sold it or what. I don't have the claw guy anymore, but I kept the tentacles Beastman.
Oh, Tentacles Beastman. And there was an extra arms one, I think, too.
Yes. Yeah. So I left the tentacles one with the original paint job so I could always like have that comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 4 or 5 years ago, I decided I was going to repaint this team, and then I got the base coats on. I was like, yeah, whatever. So this was another excuse to get those out and finish that off, which I have now. So I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So all this nostalgic of this was my first team at this store, sort of in this league. I'm going to bring them back and do that whole thing again.
And are you gonna play with the same level of enthusiasm and zeal that you had in 1994?
I'm going to do my best to be positive because most of the people, I think there's 18, 20 people in the league, and
that's huge.
The bulk of them are all very new players or, don't have a lot of Blood Bowl experience. So I'm going in with patience and a positive attitude and just to be there to have fun.
And so I would love to maybe place some bets on the side about the amount of coaches that quit after playing you.
Oh man!
You're gonna push a bunch of people into the fucking stands. You're gonna surf a whole team. They're gonna say, "Good game." Hold back the tears, but shake your hand, and then go. Who's running it? Is it TJ running it?
Eric is running
Eric. They're gonna be like, "Hey Eric, I've been really busy at work lately. It's not you. I bet. Trust me, I'm having a ton of fun, but just God." Dan and Gary, my two managers, have been on my ass. There's always a manager named Dan and Gary at every retail store. I've been on my ass like crazy. So, but in reality, it was you, Xtreme. It was you.
So two things. I want to come back to Eric, but first, so this isn't the league that this isn't the first season for the league. This league has been around for a few seasons, and my son Alex has played in this league the last couple of years, being the most experienced coach stepping into the league. And his first 3 games, I think, he scored 4 touchdowns on his opponent. I was like, dude, you're going to chase everybody off. You got to, like, pull back, like, settle down. And there were some stories about people, like, talking about him behind his back a little bit.
But it's like, fuck, man, it's Blood Bowl.
He's just trying to farm the star player points, that's all.
I mean, I tried my last turn in my last game. I had one turn, like a beat up turn or whatever after I did a couple of 2-die blocks, I tried to pick it up with a bull and do a pass. Why not? Like, I don't get that. If you're fouling, some people will get mad about that. If you're running up the score, people get mad about that. It's like, dude, it's fucking Blood Bowl. Like, what have we always said, Xtreme? The reason why it works, the fluff of this game is a game. Do you know what I mean? Like, so 40K now, like, there's fluff. It's like, well, that would never happen. There would never be a blood. You can't say that. That's one thing I'll always give Blood Bowl. You can never say that wouldn't happen because we're playing a game and it is a game. It's not a war. That would never happen. So with that said, I'm sorry, anything goes. Now, if you're a dick person, different story, but everything on the pitch is fucking fair game. I'm sorry.
So I wanted to come back to Eric.
Eric.
That was the final point of nostalgia. My original league in 1995, I think the league was the beginning of the year, was run by a commissioner named Eric, different Eric. But now this one is also run by Eric at the Game Preserve. So, like everything was just telling me to join this league and do this nostalgia trip.
Knowing's half the battle, and Eric is the other half of the battle.
Sure. Yeah.
Finding an Eric. Without an Eric, you have no direction.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, seems that Nuffle has directed you to this league. I wish you the best. Having fun is the key. I think that it's weird because whatever team somebody plays, somebody can complain about. That's bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was up against a whole bunch of chaos teams, I'd be like, great. Like, they're going to play their game and I'm going to have a good chance to maybe score more than them and win games. but someone else will be like, oh God, fucking keep knocking my guys off. Fucking chaos. Like, you would complain about anything. You would complain about dwarves. You complain about goblin dirty tricks. Oh, the fucking guy flew in every time. It's like, people, if you're a complainer, you'll complain about any team in the game because every team's got cool shit, right? Everyone, except for humans, maybe. But they're cool. You could argue their cool shit is,
I think humans are surprising people. Humans have more cool shit than we give them credit for. And the straight 3 catchers are a big deal.
Well, I think it's because they should have always been. So to me, it doesn't mean they're remarkable. It means you should have always had that. Is there Ogre 3+ loner? Okay. I think that might be. But anyway, humans are humans. I'm just saying, it's like, if you're going to complain, you'll complain about whatever. But good on you taking chaos. I hope you get a bunch of claw mighty blow on your whole team and you just, trounce them.
Just kill everybody, make them super happy and looking forward to playing more Blood Bowl.
Will you get to, is it a one and done, or is there a way to continue teams or players?
I think they have an option to continue. I don't know if I have any plans to continue past the season. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Hope it's fun.
Yeah.
For you. For others.
For them too. I want everyone to have fun.
Right. But my point is, you can't control that. You can only do your thing. You don't know. You don't know. Well, inside the dugout is a fun place. Oh, what happened to my camera?
You're gone.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
What
Can't
the
see
fuck? That was weird. I didn't even do anything. Did I hit a button?
You went outside the dugout.
Desktop microphone. Where's my camera? What the fuck? Oh, is it because it's too dark in here, maybe?
Maybe.
There's no way that's a thing.
I mean, my auto shut off if it starts. Yep, you're back.
Wow.
That's
The
wild.
camera goes off if it's too dark?
That's
There
wild.
must be light.
Holy shit.
You got a fancy one, man.
I guess. Fucking built-in laptop. We got the old Dell whatever. So, all right. Stream, you like my Wildcat shirt?
I do. It's very cool.
I can't believe how light my camera is saying it is in here because it is dark as shit in this room.
Yeah. Well, when I started, it was, well, I guess it was kind of light. Yeah, you look like a white male with gray features.
Yeah, so much gray.
Yeah. Gray beard, gray bush. All right, let's Xtreme. Where do we go next?
Tournament Graveyard?
Graveyard.
Gray Bush is my new Blood Bowl name.
Yeah, I like it. Gray bush.
Brought to you by Ogre Guardian. When you're here, you eat families.
You are tuned into the Zlurpcast. The Tournament Graveyard.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen in my dreams you buying that and painting it for me.
Yeah,
Did I see that?
That's a crazy dream.
Did I see that?
I don't think so.
Speaking of crazy dreams, I'm always flying lately. I don't know why. Anyway.
I'm at conventions like every time I have a dream. It's weird.
Oh, that is weird. It's like real life.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm always like getting like fucking shot out of cannons and I'm like flying. I don't know what the, I don't fucking know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm always like having trouble landing. Like, it's
What would Freud say about that?
I know. Sticking the landing. I can never do that.
I'll be at a convention, but I can never like remember or find where my room is, and I've always left my models at home.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
a nightmare.
I've had some Blood Bowl dreams like that where like I show up and I don't have the right models, or I have like crappy models that other people would be okay with, and like I just like fumble through the starting the game process and the clock's just ticking. And...
Yep. Yeah, I was like 20 minutes late for my match, and like I can't even find my models. I'm like,
Right.
I just had paper.
I got this bag of Cheerios and a bottle cap. Like,
It'd be a cool dream. Like you get there Xtreme and then like you open your bag and you have 5-sided dice instead of 6. And then everyone's laughing at you.
Well, I win because there's no ones. So sweet.
Right. And then you're like, it's in front of me, so I see them, but I also don't understand how it's possible to have 5-sided dice, but I'm looking at them and then you wake up.
Once you realize you're like something's wrong here.
Back in the day, we used to say that as a burn. We go, and then you woke up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And then you woke up. Like, what? All right. Well, inside the graveyard, speaking of not waking up, in the graveyard, for the most part, it's quiet. But every now and then, a hand comes up. And just like the original XFL said, Chicago, give him the fist. That was what the guy did, to rally the fans. Give him the fist. And that's what we're doing. Yeah, fantastic. Spencer, do you have anything in the graveyard? Have you been to a tournament lately or no?
Not in ages.
Okay, then you're going to have to shut the fuck up for a while.
Done.
Okay? Just, listen for once.
Hey, I get to hear it ahead of time for once.
What do you mean?
Because you usually have to wait for the episode to come out.
It's out.
I'm not doing this live.
Yeah, it's live.
Where's every...
I left it on. It's live.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't get my notification.
You are our entire audience.
No, I booted you from the channel. I had to kick you out of the channel.
That's wrong.
Yeah. There were some complaints about you.
Don't doubt it.
People were saying that you were AI, that you weren't real.
That's why I'm the other one.
There's that part that says, can you confirm there's no AI in this video? And I had to check no. The first time. Like, I don't know. I don't know. He looks like he's real. They have like just the right amount of gray in the beard, like, when Hulk Hogan did the dye job, in the beard. Like, but AI is getting real good. Hey, can you put your fingers up, Spencer? I'm gonna check the fingers. Oh shit. Oh man. He's doing the inverted shocker. All right. So let's get into that graveyard. Xtreme, you went to 2 tournaments since the last episode?
Just one. We talked about radical skills already, I think.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Snowbrawl.
Snowbrawl. So this is Alex Mitchell's premier tournament, his signature tournament, if you will. So this year was a Moracle Cup builds, but it wasn't really a Moracle Cup practice because he has these snowballs that take over the game. Yeah. So one player every turn can throw a snowball, do a throw snowball special action. So
what is the snowball?
So snowball, you throw using your passing stat. You pick a target to throw at. You can only do quick and short passes. If you're accurate, then you roll armor and injury for that player. If you're not accurate or you fumble, the snowball just falls apart.
That happens.
So that is a pretty big game changer. And then he had a tournament star player that kind of like the Black Gobo, where if you had him on your team, you could throw 2 snowballs as long as one of them was that star player.
Nice.
So I took Wood Elves and that star player, and my intent was to throw a lot of snowballs. And that's what I did.
Okay.
So my first game, I played Brent, who is a local coach who's pretty new to the game. I think he played at one of the Gen Con tournaments last year and has a handful of other games, not a whole lot. And his Bubblegum Bruisers, a orc team, and they're all painted up like pink, like gum, and named after bubblegum brands and flavors. It's pretty cool.
I'm a gum fan, so I like it. I'm into gum. Spencer, you into gum?
Not really. Not anymore.
Get the fuck out of here. Hold on. Let's see if I can do something here. Can we do that? Boom. Gone.
Oh.
Are you still there, Spencer?
No, he's muted and his
Did I actually delete him?
I mean, he's still on the list.
Oh, I could bring him back. Hold on.
Hidden.
Bam. Look at that.
I was backstage. It says you're hidden backstage.
Is that what it said?
Yes.
Whoa, what's backstage?
Fucking nothing, dude. Just
Nothing?
you're hidden backstage.
Wait, dude, there's supposed to be like hors d'oeuvres and like fucking champagne and shit.
You get your money back, dude. There's nothing.
Do you remember the champagne room at
I do remember the champagne room. I still have pictures from the champagne room. So that room was awesome. That was like the best first tournament experience ever.
That was your first tournament?
For Blood Bowl, yeah.
Wow.
Like my brother Sean and I had done like a couple test games before we came, And then that was like our first experience in like actual like Blood Bowl against other people.
Didn't you both end up in the champagne room? Like
we
the
did.
Same round? Yeah.
We did.
And I think Mike was running it, still running, but I think he paired Xtreme, you and me, to always stay in that room at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, that was definitely like the best.
Yeah, and the following year we got to camp out there a lot more. So that was cool.
The best Super Bowl experience. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen in the new venue.
Dude,
Sure.
I couldn't find them last year. I looked and looked. I could not find Blood Bowl at like the big new center.
Oh, wait. Was it in Wisconsin last year too?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I ran into Steve, and I should have asked him where it was, but I was looking all. This place is gigantic, so the Blood Bowl was the one thing I couldn't find last year.
Is it located at the same place where Gen Con used to be back in the day?
It's
No.
a new, bigger place.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I know this place has been like redone to be even bigger now too. So it was just massive.
All right. Well, good to hear. All right. Well, that's your graveyard. Now you can go back to whatever. It's kind of like when you when someone dies for like 5 seconds, they come back. Like, what'd you see? And you're like, nothing. I'm like, what? Nothing.
I say nothing and then mute myself back.
Yeah. Right. It's like, I see nothing. I'm going to shock myself back. I'm back now. All right. We're back. Xtreme. So at this tournament, was it snowing outside?
It wasn't. There's a lot of snow on the ground still, but it was not snowing that day.
Good packing snow, as we used to say.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Any actual snowball fights or no?
No.
Ah, what the fuck?
Missed
Trying to
opportunity.
get one going?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, man. You had an opportunity to hit your son with a snowball. One, because you're the dad and that's what dads would do. But also, he's running it, so he has to be all like, ah. And then you could be like, fuck it. I'm going to do behind the back, get him right in the face. He didn't do any of that.
I didn't.
Wow. All right. Well, next year.
Sure.
Next year. Was this supposed to be at a convention instead of the game store?
It was. It was supposed to be at the Lamass Con.
Lamass. Is that French? Like Les Miserables?
And no, it's
Lamass?
it's just it's what it says. They lived up to their name.
So lame. What's the lamest thing they can do? Not happen.
That's right.
To be fair, like, what's the absolute lamest way to do this? What if it didn't happen?
Yeah. What if we just
everyone
don't do it?
It actually would be kind of funny to have a tournament and then like not actually do it. Would you ever think about that extra? Or like maybe have it at a different location, but only your friends know about that. And everyone else is stuck at the store. And then maybe you slip the shop owner $20 to say, oh, you guys are the only ones. And like, don't even address the fact that down the street's the real tournament. Like, don't even get into it.
It's a thought.
I'm going to do that for sure. For sure. So at this tournament, you won your first game by throwing snowballs, and Wood Elves probably running up the score like a poor sport, right? Xtreme?
Yeah. So I won 4-1 and threw 21 accurate snowballs. So you had to accurately hit the target to count the snowball, but you didn't have to break armor. So you just had to accurately throw there.
And you're tracking that because there was an additional award for that, or was it tournament points?
Yep.
Okay.
Additional award.
Okay.
So
for that one.
Yeah, that was the goal. So my first game was against Brent, like I said. He's in the league that I'm playing in as well. I hope to play him in the leagues to show him that, without the time restrictions, things can be much more chill. Because I felt like we were a little rushed with the time and, so many setups for kickoffs and things didn't help.
There's no doubt that tournament time, to me, is the hardest thing to deal with. Not just for a new coach, but playing against a new coach too. Like, it's really tough for me because I don't want to make comments that discourage them, but it's also like, well, I'm playing fast. Like, oh man, it's tough. But what's the alternative, right? A 3-hour game? I don't want that either.
So, I mean, that's why I really want to play him in the league, to show him that, hey, I'm not like this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we can
put your other side of the brain on and be like,
right.
I'm cool.
When we don't
And
have
it's
the
like,
clock working against us, we can sit here and chill and have fun.
do you think if you play him in a league, he's going to say, all right, Brian, now you're cool?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Are you going to tell him now I'm cool?
No, he won't say that because he's a Cardinals fan. So.
Oh, you guys already had a little thing.
Yeah.
Hey, best fans in baseball. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Round 2, what do you got?
So round 2, I draw possibly my favorite Blood Bowl opponent, Ryan O'Leary, Sea Moose. He's playing Elven Union, and he had a similar idea: come and throw a bunch of snowballs.
How were your teams? Like, I didn't ask you what your build was.
So my Wood Elf build was pretty standard. 2 dancers, 2 catchers, a tree, 1 dancer, a tackle, 1 had strip ball, or both catchers had block. So a good Wood Elf team plus the tournament star, which was sort of a goblin, but not really a goblin, who threw snowballs.
Did he take up star player points or skill points?
No.
Okay, so you only had 4 to give out?
I also had a kicker.
Oh.
I think that was it. So 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he had, what did he do with his elves?
I don't know. He gave them stuff.
All right. You said similar idea. And you
Well,
don't even fucking know what he has.
in that they're both elf teams, and they both took the tournament star. We're both going to throw a lot of snowballs.
Sure. It's kind of vague, but I love that you mixed them together. Like
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. But Ryan.
More importantly, he's really fun to play.
Yes, Ryan is great, and when we rolled the opening weather to start the game, we got pouring rain, so that kind of put a damper on all of our plans, which kind of sucked.
Pouring rain for you is not that bad, and for him either.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
what?
It's not as good as not having pouring rain.
Last time I had pouring rain, I had Bulls picking it up on a 5. So what the fuck are you talking about?
I just don't have your skills.
I wasn't doing it. There was no skills. I'm saying, elf coach complaining that 2+ isn't good enough. Or 3+ isn't good enough. I missed my 2. You used to hate elf coaches that would act like that. And now look at you.
I'm just saying it put a damper on our goals of the game of scoring a lot of touchdowns. Throwing a lot of snow.
Isn't it all about having fun, though? More importantly than lots of touchdowns and lots of snowballs?
It is so much about having fun that I lost this game and had a blast.
That's awesome. Glad to hear it.
And I threw 21 accurate snowballs in this game as well.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, kudos to Ryan. A win against Brian, it just means a lot. It's fun. It's fun
Not anymore. I think Brian's headed towards those bottom fun tables.
Boy, because everything reset with the rankings? Is that what you mean?
No, I just suck lately. Like for the last year or so, I'm not feeling great about my game.
Well, welcome to how most of us old heads feel about the game of Blood Bowl. I'm just not that good, Will Hunting. That's how we are right now. I talked to a guy the other day. He was like, yeah, I've been playing for a little bit, about 2 years and feeling pretty good. I'm like, well, I've been playing for 32 years and I suck balls.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
It's like, literally? I'm like, yeah. So you're 1-1 at this point. You get a lunch break?
Before the second round, we got a lunch break, so we went to the Portillo's, as we always do.
I love Portillo's. I'm glad we have. That's actually, side note, after every league game, I go to Portillo's. That's my reward for either a win or a loss or a tie.
So jealous.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. And I love it. And like, it's so good that, sometimes I eat in the car. Usually I like to wait till I get home. And it will be probably cold by the time I get home. It's not really that close. I don't care. It's that fucking good. It doesn't need to be mouth burning hot. So yeah, I love my Portillo's and I'm glad you like it too. My question was, or it will be, any thought to maybe like snow cones in there, or like maybe like don't eat the yellow snow?
We'll have to talk to Alex about that. I gave him some suggestions on tweaking the snowball throwing a little bit. So I think he's going to go that route.
Okay. I like it. Well, after you had your belly full of Portillo's, came back refreshed, you're now in the middle of the road tables, right?
So I didn't drop down too far, actually. So Ryan and I played on table 1. I lost and then dropped to table 4. So I guess upper middle still.
How many coaches were there?
18, I think.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. We could have had a lot more, but
That's a lot though for a 1 day. Was it 3 or 4 games?
3 games, yeah. But I mean,
My favorite now is 3 games. No more. None of this 4 bullshit. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Spencer, too much? 4?
Way too much. Every time we had those 2-day tournaments, I was like, why do we have to do 4 in 1 day?
It's tough. It's also tough because kind of like what we just talked about, Ryan, like when you have new players, and that's great. I love that there's new players, but like it gets exhausting when you don't have a lot of time in between. If you play down to the wire and everyone's waiting on you, and then it's like, oh, and then right back to it. Like, can I take a piss, please? Can I get a drink, please? And it's boom, 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 boom. So I've been really digging three games.
I think, yeah. I
It's
missed
not
2.
perfect for a lot of reasons, game-wise reasons, but it's for fun factor. I think it's best.
I missed 2-day tournaments. I think they're becoming pretty rare.
Yeah.
But
I would agree. I would agree that they're rare. I don't miss them. I would rather have more tournaments, period, than sacrifice the quantity for just some 2 days.
But we definitely have more tournaments. It's hard to find a weekend to schedule a tournament anymore.
Yeah. Do you feel that without so many 2-day tournaments, it makes Chaos Cup and Slurpee Bowl that much more special, though?
I think it conditions people to go to 1-day tournaments, so they just don't want to commit to 2-day tournaments anymore. So it's actually a negative on 2-day tournaments. Chaos Cup's a different beast, right? Chaos Cup and Oracle Cup, those are events. Like you want to go to be a part of that event.
You're thinking for Slurpee Bowl because that's obviously what you have active, control over. You're feeling that the amount of 1-day tournaments has conditioned people to say, you know what, I don't need this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the great things and also one of the negative things about the tournament scene right now is that people have a plethora of choice. Like, if you see something like, well, that's a lot of commitment, I can go to this and this instead. Like,
Yeah.
in the past, we didn't have that. It was like, you have this tournament. If you miss this, there's not another tournament for a couple months. Like,
Right.
That's not the case anymore.
Yeah. So could be good or bad, All right. Well, at this point, round 3.
Round 3.
Is there already teams that are 2-0? So you're probably not gonna win the tournament?
Yeah, so all hopes of winning the tournament are gone because it's a smaller 3-round tournament. It's just not going to, it's just fine. I still have the snowball award to go for. And so I've played round 2 in pouring rain the entire game and ended up being with our elf mindset. I was trying to score fast. He was trying to score fast. The game ended up being a 0-1 loss. So didn't really work out.
Okay.
So round 3, I sit down and I'm playing Mike Kuhn, Frozen Flame, one of the best coaches in the U.S. And I was like, what are you doing down here? Like, he had lost his previous game. I was like, I feel like my reward should be running it to someone else, but
Yeah.
all right, here we go. And game,
was he also 1-1?
he was, yes.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like he didn't belong there. It was just, you were just surprised to see him there.
Correct, yeah. So my last game was played in pouring rain. This game was played in good weather, but the sun was setting in real life and blasting through the window right at me, and there's no shades or anything, so that was fun to deal with for the entire game.
Wow, I have an exact same story when we get to my tournament. Exactly the same story. Real life sun.
But yeah, so he was playing Tomb Kings, as they are called now. And I started off my opening drive as pressuring down the field to score as quickly as I could. And there was a key turn where I had a war dancer that really needed to push a blitzer, off and then give me enough space. And then I think I was in good shape to score after that. But I went down and rolled a skull both down. And I was like, I really need this push. Like, all I need is a push. So I threw a team reroll in and double skulled it. So his Tomb Kings flooded my cage, took the ball away, and never gave it back. And he controlled the rest of the game because he's very good, and that's what he does.
Yeah. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
When you use a reroll, I mean, we always joke, to be greedy, but sometimes it just feels like, no, I want something different. That's what rerolls are for.
And I think it's fair to ask for a push on 2 dice. I don't think I'm asking for a lot there. But yeah, so he ends up winning the game 2-0. But the biggest negative of the game is pretty early, or I guess late first half, he took out the tournament star player jingle. So that limited my snowball throwing. Now I can only throw one a turn. Yeah. And I was only able to throw 17 accurate snowballs in this game.
Only 17.
I know. It was horrible. So I won most snowballs.
Awesome.
With 15
anyone else close or no?
There was someone else in the 50s. So I think that was the only close person. There's one person that was semi-close.
All right.
So I was a little worried in that last game because my snowball total wasn't where I wanted it to be. I was like, oh man, this guy's going to catch me. I'm going to go home with nothing now. Yeah. So I went home with 2 losses, but I got the snowball award.
Yeah, I'm going to call you Mr. Snowball.
Sure.
Was that the guy in Clerks? Was he called Snowball?
He was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
just checking. Just checking.
Why you laugh?
So yeah, that's a good title to have. I think it's you got to defend your crown.
Yeah. So I won that award, which is awesome. That was my goal going in. I was hoping for better, but that was no. That's what I was going for. Ryan ended up winning the whole tournament. He went 3-0.
Nice.
Yeah. So congrats to Ryan. I don't remember second place was. I don't know. I don't remember the other ones.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but it's about the stories.
Yeah, I think Chuck was second place, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
All right. Well, Snow Brawl sounds like a fun time. A lot of coaches, and glad to hear you got an award.
Oh, Sean Cowley, our guest on the last episode, got most casualties.
Most casualties. I thought you might have gotten touchdowns, but it was a low-scoring game with Ryan. So.
Yeah.
And with
yeah, I got shut out in my last game.
Too,
so.
Yeah. All right. My most recent tournament was the Valentine's Day Massacre that went down in Naples, Florida. So it was about 3 hours south of me. And, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to commit initially, but I saw it was a later start time, 10:30, and it was only 3 games. So, you know what? All the factors lined up where let's do it. If it was 4 games, I don't know. And if it was starting at like 8, 9 o'clock, I don't know either, but had to do that. I took my Bretonian team, the Middenheim Thespians. If you're looking for some fun fluff and background, join the Zlurpee Discord, and there's a lore and legend section on there. But part of the story with these guys, they're imperial actors pretending to be Bretonians, much like medieval times actors. But tournament to tournament, their acting coach Ian is going to grab another star player and try to turn them into his next big thing. So we talked about in the last episode how I took Squirrel Snowpelt in that tournament. This one I went with Grak and Crumbleberry for the first time ever. I picked up the models and I'm gonna give it a try. What I'm going to say next, before I get into my actual tournament, I'm just going to make some statements. And so feel free to, you guys can both interject or whatever. When there was some talk about Grak and Crumbleberry being too good, much like people are saying Squirrel should be a mega. It's like sometimes things on paper don't always equate to how good or bad they might be when you actually use them. And yes, it's all relative. I'm not the best coach in the world and all of that. But my overall feeling, and I'll get into the games themselves, but my overall feeling with Grak and Crumbleberry is, on paper, dude, automatic touchdowns. Like, give Crumbleberry the ball, Grak picks him up, he runs, and score. In real life, they get separated. Crumbleberry gets hit. Grak gets tied up by some big guy, and just things happen. And what I found was overall, there was too much setup involved to make them do what they're supposed to do. And it did work a couple times, and especially one time for sure. But other times it was like, I got a blodging catcher. If only I just gave him the ball and just played normal, I might have done better. And that happened a lot. So that's kind of my overall thoughts. Grak and Crumbleberry. I'm not saying they're bad, but this automatic, they're broken, they're too good, it should be mega. It's not like anyone gave me a fucking clear path to go. Like, it just didn't happen. I got blitzed by a werewolf in one of my games. So Crumbleberry lost the ball. Grak got separated, so they weren't near each other. It just didn't, it didn't always work out. Breakdowns of the games allow me to consult my phone to remind myself. Should I read my update, Xtreme? Should I read it verbatim or paraphrase?
Whatever you want. This is your moment in the graveyard.
I'm going to read it. Spencer, you want me to read it?
Read it.
No. You guys, hey, just side note, you guys ever read stuff like books?
Sometimes.
I just want you to read to me.
I would love to read to you. I just got into finally audiobooks, by the way, because I have long commutes and I'm tired of podcasts, including this one.
This one's the worst.
Yeah, I just heard my first audiobook just like last month.
Yeah.
And it was narrated by Will Wheaton. I was like, you know what? I don't mind listening to a book narrated by Will Wheaton.
It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Your first audio, man, I've been listening to audiobooks since I was like 16.
You've always raved about it. I'll tell you what, I mean, I know it's just a tangent. I'm sorry, but like my problem was always when I listen to an audiobook, I end up doing something stupid on the road, like missing an exit or something. But a podcast, that never would happen. So that's why I just didn't do it. I was just out.
My first audiobooks were on cassettes.
Wow.
That was like a book of cassettes.
Yeah.
So fun.
My first audiobook was teaching me how to speak Greek, if you can count that as a book. But like now, I have long commutes and like I'm done with podcasts. There's just too many. And I don't really. You just get tired. I don't need it anymore. So I wanted a break, and now I'm liking it. There were a couple times though I had to hit rewind. Like what the fuck just happened? Because some jagoff in Florida, because that's what happens, cuts me off, and now I'm playing a game with him for a while. And like, it's like, oh man, I hope this guy has a fucking gun. I'll take it. What's what it's all about here. I'll make it worth it. And then I'm like, what happened in the book? Who was the killer? And it's like, you go right back to where it was. All right. Anyway, the Twin Dragons tournament report. The second stop on the Thespians 25-26 tour carried them 200 miles south, away from the familiar crowds into the polished excess of Schnapels. Get it? That's a parody name there. A wealthy region whose residents believe coin can solve anything, including Blood Bowl. Their destination was the Twin Dragon Palace, a venue known for mirrored marble, expensive seating, and absolutely no patience for excuses. The Thespians arrived on horseback the night before, determined to remind the old world that their performance as Bretonians was not limited to a single pitch or city. One Thespian did not arrive intact. Bruno Plaincarts was declared unavailable after suffering an ankle injury following a conversation with Melinda, she's my apothecary/cheerleader, that witnesses insist escalated unnecessarily. Ian stared at the roster. He sighed and he's like, I'm going shopping. Casting call time. Ian's search for the next Skrorg led him to Grak, a towering mass of muscle, bone, and unresolved cattle-tossing anger, standing well over 7.5 feet tall. A creature of raw violence and zero subtlety. Exactly the sort of challenge Ian found irresistible. Before negotiations could begin, famed Blood Bowl agent Joseph Ziegel appeared out of nowhere, and he had a pre-written contract scroll, as all agents do. It says, the contract stated, where Grak shalt go, there shalt Crumbleberry accompany. Ian blinked and said, what the bloody hell's a Crumbleberry? A halfling popped out from behind Grak, kicking Ian in the shins. Down here, fancy pants, I'm part of the deal. Ian checked the team's finances, counted on his fingers, and shrugged. One big, one small. What's the count, boys? And the deal was done. As Grak and Crumbleberry were processed through hair, makeup, and basic hygiene with limited success, Leonard Quiggins, the night catcher, scoffed loudly. Night thrower Q-Card Hessler calmly informed Leonard, relax, your roster spot's not in danger. Well, not yet. With 13 players ready, the tournament began. Round 1. Taking on the Orc team, the Red Shirts. Green, more green, and red, which may have been their uniforms or blood. Coached by the green-skinned tactician Carnosaur, the Red Shirts featured the legendary Varag Ghoul Chewer. Do you say Varg or Varag? What do you guys say?
I said Varag, but I'm probably wrong.
Xtreme, what's official?
We should interview him.
We should. The only reason I don't like Varag is people don't say Varag, they say Varg, and they leave out the A. That's my only beef.
Yeah.
I think a lot of beefs. Like Arby's. Ghoul Chewer's presence alone altered several Thespians' posture. The Orcs dominated early, nearly clearing the pitch in the first half before Orc blitzer Chris Champus, I had to make it up, dove into the end zone to close the half out 1-0. Halftime saw Melinda distribute a very special blend of pesty drink. All the knockouts returned. There was 4 of them. None looked reassured. The Orcs worked tirelessly to keep Grak and Crumbleberry separated, neutralizing their mutual effectiveness. Nightcatcher Leonard Quiggins, burning with ambition, finally broke through. He slipped past 2 Orcs and he shoved Champus directly into the crowd. Unfortunately, the fans chucked the ball into very excellent Orc field position. As Gurnt Jabrog moved to seal the game, Crumbleberry stumbled forward, seemingly attempted to act like Grak. The Orc blitzer laughed. He struck Crumbleberry and he fell. Grak froze, boneheaded and unresponsive. The moment has passed. Grail Knight Chip Douglas, maniacal, laughing, hurled himself into the path to stop that second score and stop further embarrassment on the blood-coated grass stage. It's a performance, but not the one they wanted. Red Shirts 1, Thespians 0. They'll start off with a loss, unfortunately. Round 2. Orcs again. Team is called ORC. I don't know what it stood for, so I made it my own thing. Ian's pre-match talk was brief. Let's make this Orc sequel a tad better, yeah? The original Rowdy crew, that's what I called them, coached by the old goblin Dirk Spare, arrived with a friend, not an Orc, the Black Gobbo. The Gobbo's presence was immediately felt as a bomb exploded among 3 squires. Then chaos ensued. Orc blitzer Zarde Snot scored quickly. The Thespians responded with Crumbleberry securing the ball right near Grak. The classic toss and run gimmick didn't happen. A bomb from the Black Gobbo sent Crumbleberry off the pitch in an ambulance. The crowd felt emotion for the little guy. Grak answered with vengeance by removing the Black Gobbo himself, blitzed right at him. The aloof Nightcatcher Leonard Quiggins chased glory once again and dodged the Orc Biggin Derpy Glegster, followed by a little goblin named Pipsquirk, who delivered a decisive boot to Quiggins' helmet, taking him out. Second half, brutal stalemate. The other catcher, Franz Duval, briefly held hope before the Orc charge collapsed the line, and that was the end. ORC 1, Thespians 0 again. No touchdowns so far. Not so good. Not so good. Round 3, necromantic team, the Howling Heart Rippers. 2 matches, 2 losses. Ian bought some McMurdy's and came back, which is a real true story. I bought McDonald's. That's real shit right there, guys. Real shit. Real shit. Yeah, ba. They brought some McMurdy's back, and they found a change in the weather. Snow began to fall. A blizzard swallowed the pitch. The Heart Rippers arrived without any star players, but with a couple of werewolves all souped up. Rushes became very much a gamble in the thick snow. Fully recovered Nightcatcher Leonard Quiggins, he was my blodger, by the way, fueled by ego, took the ball down the sideline right behind Chip Douglas, Stephen Kovacs, and Grak, all guarding around him. 4 squires collapsed into unconsciousness in the process. Yes, they were all knocked out. However, great background work by those actors, worthy of a supporting award. Quiggins scored, giving the Thespians the lead, going up 1-0 in halftime. Second half, Crumbleberry received the ball to start the second half and was immediately flattened by Fuzzkill, I named him, a charging werewolf with very poor manners and no respect for the art of acting Blood Bowl. Crumb survived and readied for a lift. Grak goes, "I'll carry you." Oh, finally working, huh? Well, he did. Now up 2-0 as they ran to the corner of the pitch. With the undead flailing Wilhelm Bentley Jones, Squire, he fouled Fuzzkill just hard enough for Chip Douglas to steal the ball and sprint in for a final touchdown. Curtain call. Thespians 3, Heartrippers 0. There were some interviews that went down. As always, there's interviews. Ian shook one big hand and one little hand and paid the contract in gold and meat and sent Grak and Crumbleberry on their way. Just before the Thespians turned north towards Tampaign, a reporter wanted to get some hot take reactions from Coach Ian. Chip Douglas stepped in, stared cross-eyed at the reporter and said, "Reality isn't Father Knows Best anymore. It's a kick in the face on a Saturday night with a steel-toed dwarf work boots, a trip to the apothecary, bloodied and bashed for reconstructive surgery." The reporter was puzzled. Was this about the match or performance or Chip's past? We don't know. The night catcher Leonard Quiggins, looking for some additional fanfare, happily shifted the conversation back to what just happened today on the pitch. He grabbed the reporter's microphone and said, "Today shook the illusion that you can merely perform your way through everything. We learned orcs care not of arcs. They are the scene enders." Master Stephen Kovacs rolled his eyes at that line, but also had an appreciation for Quiggins being the true performer today when most were fixated on the hype of the star duo. Ian motioned for the team to hit the road and came across a scroll inside of his bag. The seal on the scroll was still warm. He read it secretly. Something about the most famous Blood Bowl player in history. Something about paths crossing, possibly. And that was it, folks.
Very nice.
There we go.
So if you enjoyed that story, a place to go to read more stories like that is the Zlurpcast Discord. There's a Legends and Lore channel in there, and you can follow the Thespians and all their antics.
Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun embracing the fluff. Or not just naming players, but like adding things to enhance the story. So those were all things that actually happened. But then you're enhancing it, creating this visual, and it's just a lot of fun. Soon in that channel Xtreme, I'm going to be posting the Maidenhead Roadies, my league team, and some fluff for them. A very Wayne's World-esque kind of vibe is going to be there. You know, possibly some separating of the M&Ms, although I think it's Z and Z's, not M&Ms, but either way. A lot of fun. Overall, it was a good tournament. There were 10 coaches. It was run by, his NAF name is Sammy the Murderer. I don't think he's actually a murderer. I think he's
Sammy was on a fumble team with me. We did a team tournament, and he was on my team.
Nice. Super nice guy. He was awesome. And I think I joked with him, like, because someone came at kind of the last minute, and I think he was getting ready to play. But I thought he really wanted to play. I don't think he did because he was painting up the trophy while we were all playing. It looks really cool, by the way. Probably some pics on the Florida Blood Bowl page of that. You know, there were 10 coaches. Most of them there was a couple local in that southwest Florida area. A couple came from Orlando. I was the only one from Tampa, I believe. And good to meet some new players. I think that time was a factor. My first game was quick. I played a pretty experienced coach, Andrew, and we were done super early. I had well over an hour. I think an hour and a half for lunch. But my round 2 and 3 opponents, super great guys. They just took a lot longer. And so, you know, it is what it is, right? No fault of anybody, but it does kind of get in my head when everyone's staying around the table and they're saying, "Come on, guys." I'm not a fan of that, but I'm also not telling anyone not to do that because I fucking get it. You get antsy. We all do, you know? But it was like, "Come on, guy," you know? And we finished, I think one of the 2 games, I didn't take my last turn, I think. Or we didn't take our mutual last turn, I believe. We just called it. The other one went the full, but it was they were bullshit turns at the end. So point being, I'm not against time tournaments by any means. I could be a pretty quick player, but it does changes the end of game funness. Do you know what I'm saying? It takes a little bit of it because now we're rushing turns. We're not doing everything we wanted to do all to make up time. But what are you going to do? That's a tournament. Left side of the brain activates for tournament, right side activates for league, and it's just a little different there. But I think I looked at the NAF rankings. I went from number 1 Bretonian coach in the country for Blood Bowl 2025 to now number 4.
Okay. Top 5, baby.
Top 5 out of 12, I think.
Hey, still top 5.
Yeah, I think I'm 2-2-2 because my first tournament I had a win and 2 ties. Yeah, and then I had a win and 2 losses. And I'm 2-2-2 with this one. Team wise, I mentioned Grak and Crumbleberry. I had a catcher with block and dodge, and then 2 guarding Grail Knights. And that was it because there was skill stacking, I believe. So, yeah, so if you stack, it costs a little more or whatever. All right. Shall we go around the old world? All right. Spencer, you still with us?
I'm still here. I was just shutting the fuck up.
No, that's smart. I like that.
That's your job.
It's true. Take it seriously.
You are tuned into the Zlurpcast with the dirty player and the sneaky get.
Brought to you by Nurgle King. Your decay right away at Nurgle King now.
Around the old world.
Back into Blood Bowl.
He's better than Blood Bowl.
I am not better than Blood Bowl.
Are the other games better than Blood Bowl?
They're just different. And it's just what I was playing at the time.
All right, well, I'm going to put you on the spot in a second. Around the old world happening right now. All 3 of us have tournaments in our future. Will all of us attend these tournaments? Xtreme, you don't?
I don't.
What? You're kidding. Is that because you're like mad because you're like, oh, I suck now? Or do you really not have any options right now?
There's plenty of options is not the problem. So I'm a father, and my daughter has some busy seasons, and we're entering her busy indoor percussion season. So I am going to be out of tournaments until the middle of April.
I think you left out. There's a lot of fathers out there. You're a good father, and you want to be a part of these awesome experiences. Not every father cares.
I'm making a choice as a father. I'm not saying who's good or bad or otherwise.
No, I am.
You talk shit.
Yeah. My dad came to one of my baseball games, got kicked out for yelling at the ump. So
that doesn't make him bad either.
No,
maybe the ump deserved it.
Right, he did. He did. I also said fuck in a game, and I got kicked out of that game. I hit a pop up and yelled fuck and got kicked out. Come on.
Just sounds like you care. That's all.
I mean, what are you supposed to yell when you hit an infield pop up? What are you supposed to yell? Yay? Of course you yell fuck. At any age. Any age. All right. Anyway. So you're a good father. You're skipping Blood Bowl for a month. Is your next one a couple of months away then, Xtreme?
Middle of April, I'm going to Cabbage Cup, run by Ryan O'Leary in Cincinnati. Highly recommend this tournament.
So you're just skipping March.
March and the first half of April. So from the beginning of February to the middle of April.
You're skipping all of those fun St. Patrick's themed tournaments. There's probably none of those, right?
I don't know. There might be.
Should be.
Yeah.
Should be. Well, and Spencer, you're going to Adepticon, but you're not playing at Super Bowl, but it's happening, but you're not going to go.
Yeah. I was already signed up for other events before I got back into Blood Bowl, and yeah.
Oh, so you're going to play Sevens and Dungeon Bowl, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, because I'm signed up for other events. I'm signed up for events for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
4 days of Blood Bowl, and you're not doing any of it.
Hold on. Is one of the other events known oil wrestling with other large men? It's like mud wrestling, but it's known oil.
Well, I have to defend my title.
Yeah. I'll tell you, known oil does feel good on your nuts.
It really does. It does.
Yeah, it does.
And it accentuates them, especially when you're wearing sweatpants.
It's all the crevasses. You know
exactly.
Exactly. They think you're good at shading. It's like, no, it's known. It's fucking known every time. Well, sorry to hear that. Will you at least go to the Blood Bowl area and check in with one Mike Valdrick Muller?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to find him this time because, like I said, I tried to find him last year. I could not find him, but I'm just going to look at a map this time.
I will say you can't miss Mike. I mean,
I miss Mike all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean, I don't mean like miss him.
I know.
Like I'll be missing you.
Yep.
I mean, like, granted, other people wear flannels.
Mhm.
And granted, other people have Mike's same beard hair combo and they have the same body type. All those things are all true. But for some reason, he's always easily spottable.
Yeah, it's very Mike.
Right? Like
He's
you know what I mean?
very
Like,
Mike. Yeah.
It's not that he looks like that much different than everyone else.
No, but you always know it's him.
You always know it's him.
Mm-hmm. You can see him
It's
across the
never-
room, and it's him.
Yeah, it's never a mistake.
Yep.
Right? You might see like a doppelganger, and that's kind of funny. Like, oh, it's fake Mike. But the reality, like, if
But you know it's
see-
fake Mike.
Well, usually it's somebody like just like one thing's off.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, it's fake.
Usually missing a flannel.
Usually missing the flannel. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the same beard. But so, well, I hope you find him. You know, it's
Can I encourage you to check something else out after you check out Blood Bowl? Stop and see Zinvaded.
Okay.
They're going to be at Adepticon this year. It'll be their first year at Adepticon.
Cool. I'll check them out. But yeah, my tournament hopes now are hopefully we'll have the tournament after the league.
Yeah.
I'm still very much trying to make Slurpee Bowl happen, and then probably Underworld at the end of the year. So
nice.
it's kind of
Right.
what I'm looking at. We're not packed full of tournaments around here.
Well,
I know
who
of
could
anyway.
change that.
I mean, you are
Someone else, not me.
you are in the land of a Moracle Cup.
Yeah, but that was booked up and sold out before I even knew about it.
There's teams that still have openings.
They don't want me. I'll tell you that.
Why you laugh?
They want to win.
They might want Sean.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think Sean wants to play a Miracle Cup though.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Spencer, if you find yourself like missing I want to run something, fire up a tournament. You'd be surprised who shows up. Maybe Brian will just drive up. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? All right. Well, coming up for me, I would say it's a very unique tournament. And I don't even know if it's NAF. Xtreme, do you know if this Florida Championship is actually a NAF tournament?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. So have you heard about this, Spencer, what this is?
I have not.
Okay. It's called the Florida Championship Tournament. It's 9 months long. 9 rounds as well. You have an entire month to play your game, and you're matched up against somebody else in the state. So it's Resurrection, straight up tournament, same roster for everything, but you find a place. The rules are public location, because they want, I maybe encourage people to pop in, because they kind of announce where games are happening. 3 hours maximum, and like the game itself, 3 hours max. But I also think they're trying to set it so 3 hours max would be the drive time too.
Yeah, I would hope it'd not be more than that. That's a
really
lot
depends,
even
though.
there.
I mean, yeah, that really depends though. Like, for example, my game this Saturday, and I'll talk about my roster in a second, but my game this Saturday, the guy lives north of Jacksonville and I'm north of Tampa. He's going to come to a town called Ocala, which is closer to me, but he wants to. Like, he's like, it's fine. I'll go out there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So that's not really in the middle. He's sort of coming closer to me, but we agreed upon it. That's where it's going down. It's at a game store, and that's what it is. So I love the concept. I just now have to see the execution. How is it going to work out? I will say this. I don't think first round is, I don't know how it's paired. It is what it is, but, Swiss later on. But I think James Luft, who's running it, he also runs the Chaos Cup, does a great job with organizing all that stuff. I have a feeling he probably will step in if he feels something is super far away, right? Like I joked, man, what if somebody in Key West plays someone in Pensacola and it's like 8 hours or, you know what I mean? But there's no one even down there. It's just, there's a lot of like what ifs. So I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not, but we'll see. I'm down for it. I'm in a good spot, so I think it's okay. And I'm playing my first game, my February game, this Saturday. I'm bringing the Thespians with the man, the myth, the legend, one Griff Oberwald. I showed my roster to a friend of mine down here. He's like, wow, it's like, that's a lot of money for him. I'm like, yeah, but it's fucking Griff. Like, I mean, 300,000 is not a lot if you have a cheap team and you want a primary ball carrier. Grak and Crumbleberry were 250, I think. And Skrorg was how much? 2 only? Do you remember Xtreme was Skrorg only 200,000?
I don't know. I never know about star players. So I don't really pay attention.
Anyway, we'll give it a try. I think I still pulled off 3 rerolls. And I just learned that stars could be your 11th player. That was not a rule last edition, was it?
It's a change in this edition.
Okay.
Yes.
I did not even realize it. So I've got 6 squires come with wrestle, 2 catchers with block, 2 grail knights with guard and griff. So I got 6 wrestlers and 4 blockers. So that's kind of nice. I have a solution for both down on all of them and griff. I think it's a pretty fucking good roster on paper. I really do.
Sounds like it.
Here's the problem. I'm coaching them.
But just think of the after report, because like you have the star booking on your Thespians.
Right. Part of the story is going to be Griff would never do this, but he's like, wait a minute. So I get to play in a national or a region-wide tournament over the course of 9 months. He's never done it before. He's like, you know what? Sure, I'll read a couple of cue cards if I can add this to my resume. So it's kind of like he has nothing to play for, but this is like the one thing. It's like, I've never been in a 9-month long event. How's this going to work? So almost a challenge for him.
I think you're missing something as a coach here, though. If it goes badly, you just blame everything on Griff.
Yes. Yeah. He's supposed to be good.
If you remember Xtreme, at the last Chaos Cup I played in, which was still in Chicago, I took Griff with dwarfs. And I went 4-2. The best Chaos Cup finish I've ever had. And my 2 losses, Griff got casualtied or knocked out, one of the 2, very early on both of them. So to me, it just means where he goes, the team goes. And this is what it is. Now the positive, now that granted that was dwarves, and you know better than anybody, it's the different kind of team. I'm not saying I want Griff to survive, but with 2 Grail Knights with guard and 2 blocking catchers, I still have ball carriers. I can still do stuff, but of course he's going to get the ball every time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So far, I'm really digging Grail Knights with guard. I didn't mention this earlier in the graveyard, but in my first game, I actually made 4 out of 6 steady footing rolls.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It was like, and it's like, it's becoming the new sidestep where someone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I hate this shit. But it's only 1 out of 6. I just rolled really well. The other 2 games, not so much. But that first game, though, I made a lot of them.
That's wild.
It's pretty cool. When that happens, it's like, where do you want to push them? I may not go down yet. Then,
like you said before, that's Blood Bowl. It shouldn't happen, but it does.
Totally. Yeah, I'm in my first game. I dodged into 2 tackle zones just to to push somebody in the crowd. Like It's Blood Bowl. It's Blood Bowl with rerolls. Like anything's possible. So that's next on my agenda. But that's going to be ongoing. So I will provide updates in the graveyard for that month after month. It's 9 rounds. 9 rounds. So February through October. Is that 9? Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. If it's a great success, I think you're going to see a lot of states emulate it next year. If it doesn't work out so well, at least it was worth a try. I like the idea of it. I hope it gets NAF. I don't think it will, though. Seems like somebody wouldn't approve that because it's like, well, you're not playing. But the reality is, outside of stretching the time out, what's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Xtreme, would you agree that, what's the difference outside of just stretching the time? It's still a NAF tournament, in my opinion, but.
I don't know. Whatever you think.
Okay.
I don't want to get involved.
I was going to vote for you for a tournament.
No. That's exactly where I didn't want this to go.
I was going to nominate you. I had my vote for Xtreme button somewhere. Oh, I put it on eBay, actually. No, I don't. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Now I have it.
The guy with one white block die has
I
it.
know, that fucking guy. Spencer, get this. So I had a bunch of just random Blood Bowl shit. It was like dice from tournaments. Like, no offense, Xtreme. I love your Zlurpee dice, but, I have a lot already. And so I just put a bunch of stuff in a box. And I was like, I took a picture of all of it. Here you go. One of them is one white, like old school block dice. And
Yeah, from like the old core box.
Yeah, and I have 2 left now instead of the 1. But he has all this stuff. He has Lurpee coins, all these other things, and the bolt down coin. It's kind of funny, but he's asking like $350 for it. It's still there. It's like, that's a lot.
Listing, you can see that one white block die that Johnny wants back.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
One white block die.
You just need to crowdfund getting your white dice back.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? So it's a fun little tangent here, but we're wrapping things up. Do you guys ever hear the story online of one red paper clip?
No.
Sound familiar? Xtreme?
Is that where you trade the paperclip?
Yeah.
Is that one of those?
This is something, by the way, if you didn't know about it, I could see you like loving this. It seemed like something that you would just like fucking go nuts about. I was watching, remember Attack of the Show? Remember that TV show?
Yep.
Yeah. We're coming back. We got a guy. It's got one red paper clip and he's going to try to get a house with it or whatever. And it was literally trading. He would trade. He started off with one red paper clip and he traded it for another thing. And I forgot what it was. Maybe a stapler, let's say. And then he traded the stapler for something else. And maybe it was a computer monitor. And it was like one thing after another. I think he eventually got a house. I know he had like a fucking motorcycle, like jet skis and shit, but he kept just trading up, getting stuff. To me, that's like the block die.
Yeah.
I want to get it back, but then I want to give it like a life of its own. And I want to like trade it up. And then, eventually I'm going to get one black block die.
Shit.
Then when I get it, I'm going to realize someone just spray painted it black. I'm like, fuck. Fuck. You got me. You got some metal block dice, right, Spencer?
Yeah, I do. I was just going through the old stuff and I came across my giant bin of nothing but Blood Bowl dice from tournaments and all my block dice. And I was just like going through them. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot there even were metal block dice. Those things were scary.
Yeah.
Because that was back when we had, the FF Fields pitches that would dent really easily if they got rolled on. And then if those things came anywhere near a mini, that mini was going to explode in about 10 pieces.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was like, they have some substantial heft to them.
Yeah, it'd be cool to roll metal block dice, roll it into an old school Tomb Kings team.
Oh, my God.
It's like
chaos. You're never putting those back together the same way ever again.
Bones going down like bowling pins. It'd be fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Once I find good dice, I stick with them. Unless the TO makes me use other dice.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with them until they start not being good.
Yeah. I also don't remember buying as many GW team block dice when they first started coming out. I don't remember buying as many as I did. They're just still in their cases.
Let me ask you, do you like those or do you prefer the NAF dice?
I like the NAF dice, but I think it's just because I'm an old man and they have sentimental value to me. Because the dice themselves from GW are cool, especially those translucent red ones that weren't attached to a team. Yeah. Those are pretty cool, but my NAF dice are my NAF dice. I just want to take whatever color matches my team from my NAF dice collection and just play with them.
I don't know. I mean, yes, we're old and we remember the old stuff, but that could be part of it. There's no doubt that could be clouding it, but to me, the NAF dice are so much more clear in that split second you have to see the result than
most
the
colors.
current GW ones. Right?
Yeah, most colors. Some were real bad too.
No, I don't. Yeah, but I mean, of the new GW ones, both down sometimes looks like POW to me.
Does it?
Yeah, and I probably should be wearing glasses during games. I'm not whatever. But and again, there's not a lot of people that have the same complaints, but there's no mistaking the results on those old school dice. And Xtreme, I think you're right there with me on those, right?
Yeah, I prefer the old NEF dice, but I have used the new ones, but very selective colors, like the old Goblin the GW Goblin dice that are black with a yellow inlay. Those are the new ones that I use.
Those Snotling dice, man, those are wild. Those are so hard to see.
Yeah, if you're not attached to those dice, there is a strong market for some of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like the original Skaven ones too, and like Pro Elves and all kinds of
The
them.
GW ones, people are looking for certain ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole Facebook group for that's dominated by those dice. It's for dice and coins and stuff, but it's almost all GW cube dice.
So what I'm saying is,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see exactly what you're
just
saying.
because of that, like if you look at the
that circular background to it.
POW outline, it
Mhm.
gets me all the time.
Yeah.
Now the stumbles I'm okay with because I could see the exclamation point like pretty. Oops, where is it? Mine doesn't have one of those. I can see this one pretty far away.
Okay.
The other one.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the NAF. Like they don't have that same
Yeah.
background across all the shapes. Like it's just the shape.
And they're not. I'm not complaining. They're not bad by any means. There's some way worse ones out there, but I just I don't prefer it. You know which ones need to hit the table sometime? Is this one here, Xtreme? Do you like
I
this
was
one?
just about to bring those up. If anybody wants a set of those and they happen to run into me, I have plenty to hand you for some money.
So is this a splat or a POW?
That's a splat.
That's a splow.
Yeah, a splow.
I think we called it. I think we called it a splooge, actually.
Splooge.
And what's this?
That's just a skull.
Okay. A little bit of a Punisher vibe on that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
What's this one?
Splooge cup.
Defender stumbles.
It's both down.
Oh, both down.
Yep.
No, that is stumbles, isn't it? That's stumbles. Yeah,
I don't know. You fucking made them.
it's stumbles.
Okay. And then hold on. What's the other one? Oh, that's bolt down. Oh, the skull.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Skull
Makes
power.
sense.
And then this one, detachable penis. What is this?
100%. Yeah.
Eject a
This
penis
looks-
for sure.
Yeah, this looks like when Spencer has one of those weird dreams and he, like someone grabs his dick and like throws it. That's this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me when I get a set of those dice.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. These Xtreme. Honestly, though, are you happy with them? I think they're pretty good. They're not the best thing in the world, but I think they're pretty good.
I agree.
Okay, like that's you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I'm out. You know me. I always tell it to you straight, but like. They're so much better than
They're clear.
some really bad block dice that have been out there for years.
Yeah, they're not perfect, but they're not bad.
That's my sad thing about coming back to the game is realizing like all my sweet tournament pitches are the wrong size now. So like my old like Chaos Cup pitches and my old Zlurpee pitches are all like, the old small FF fields.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Now you have to buy all new tournament pitches.
Yeah. Oh darn. That sounds like terrible news to me. I just gotta be able to make them to one.
For my league games, I always try to get there early so I can set up my pitch. I use the Zlurpee pitch as my traveling pitch. I always try to get there first so I can set it up long ways at the table.
Oh,
And
man.
now tournaments though, a lot of times here they're already set up for you and they're all sideways.
Ugh.
Side saddle. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mention the sun thing. So Xtreme in my second game. No, sorry, my third game. Sun was blasting him, and Sammy, it's like, I'm like, you don't have to apologize. You don't control the sun, I'm like, I wasn't trying to complain. I had to like watch where I stood a couple times because I was facing it. So then I'm like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll sit on the side of the board because I'll get one out of the sun and two, I get to play side as end zone to end zone. And Xtreme, you've said you've done that before where you sit on one side and the other guy's on, he's on the long side, you're on the short side.
I've often sat in the corner, so I'm kind of playing diagonally, but it feels like I'm playing the correct way.
Yeah. This one, I full on moved my chair over to the end and
then you put your hand on his thigh. Because you're so close to him, you're at like 90 degrees from your opponent.
yeah.
So
well,
you're just like, hey,
I probably should have done that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
you should.
But no, I didn't do it. But you know
Shut
what
up.
I did do? I did I kept selling the sun, as wrestlers where they sell moves. I was selling how powerful the sun was to ensure I got to keep my stronghold on that end zone spot. Sun went down at halftime. I stayed. I fucking stayed.
You're already sitting there. Why would you get up?
Right. Yeah. I ain't fucking leaving.
Mm-mm.
So I look at it. And last thing here, nothing beats the fucking whites. It's the fucking best.
They got it right the first time.
Yeah. This was, I mean, for the old heads too. I mean,
It's funny too, because like that's used to be like all you saw.
Yeah.
And now you don't see them ever.
What I love about the white dice too is not, I mean, obviously it's so clear, but this is a symbol of the change of Blood Bowl, in my opinion. Like, because this was on its own, like the number one thing when it went from shitty second edition to what we play today, derivative still of third edition. It was all because of this motherfucker. And I only have 2 of them now.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
You're fine. Just never roll a 3-die block. Like, I could bring that assist over. I'm not going to because I only have 2 dice.
Yeah. I might do that. I could just grab another color too, right?
Yeah, that's not the same.
Okay. At one point I was rolling, I forgot what game I was in, and I was like, I had the black NAF dice, like D6s, and I was rolling casualty, boom, boom, boom in a row. And so I was like, hey, check his fucking dice. And I switched to the Zlurpy dice, and I got 2 fucking Zlurpuses, and it was awesome.
Nice.
I was like, don't check the dice. Check how I'm fucking palming that shit. You know what I mean? I get my hand nice and sweaty, and then like this spot right here, that's the fucking thing. That little taint right there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish I had like
That's the armor breaker. That's
Yeah.
just the armor breaker.
I'm kidding. I use a fucking cup. Side note, I've already heard some, that guy slams it hard complaints. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, I mean, you could just not and let it fling out of your cup into their
I'm
stuff.
just saying, it's fucking.
They're not slammers in Florida?
Most of them are dice tray people.
Oh.
Most are dice trays. And I don't mind if you want to. Sometimes it's hard to see when it ends up on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I got to stand up each time. And I'm like, I'm not here to do fucking squats. You know what I mean? Dice cup is the fucking way. I'm not slamming it that hard. You know?
Plus, it like wriggling around in like the leather cup is like, it's like the sound of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, it is. I actually had my first stack result in a long time. And
so
my opponent wanted me to keep it. And I had POWs. I had a POW on top. I go, I'm going to reroll that shit. You know, he's to keep it. I'm like, if you insist.
So I've made that part of my pregame discussion with them, how I handle that. Because this happened to me
That's a good idea.
enough times. So I always just say how I handle it. I take that top die off and I just set it down. And those were the 2 results. So as long as we've established that before the game, it's not weird.
That's actually what I ended up doing. But I would have gladly re-rolled it. But, you know.
It's all about like just establishing how you handle those things. Because some people do it differently.
It's good to wrap up with this kind of like etiquette stuff. So here's what I'm doing. You try to have dice discussions. What's flat? What's a reroll? And now I'm having the discussion about, are you good with putting that's how I start. I go, are you good with putting models down and going from there? As opposed to how do you prefer? I start with a little bit of, you know, what do you want to call it? Psychology, and just, are you good with this? That way, at least my preference is out there.
Mm-hmm.
Has not worked every time though. It's not worked every time. That's and you know, I'm also not big on putting a counter down. Like when a big guy's down, I love putting the model down. Some people don't like that.
I only do it if it's too big. Like if it's way bigger than square, you can't tell where it's supposed to be, or you can't fit the other models around them.
There's just something about, I need that visual of a guy on the ground. It's my own hang up. You know what I mean? It's no one else's problem but mine. It's my own hang up of, I need to see that fucking base on its side for something to trigger my brain.
Yeah, I heard someone say that like the way they do it is they'll put the token down, but then on like the side of the board, like in line with that token, they have the model that's laying down. That way, it's like a visual, like it.
You know, it's all part of that.
Yeah.
Last thing, we talked about slamming dice cups. Who's the hardest dice slammer you ever had a game with?
3 names that jump out at me. Morpheus before he started using a dice tower.
He's on mine too. I have him as well.
I got Rummery, but he was pissed.
Rummery. Yes,
he was pissed that day.
When Rummery gets tilted, he starts slamming really hard.
It's not doesn't start the game that way though.
No.
But he will tell you how stupid you are at the start of the game.
Yeah. He, I think like when I first met him, he called me the F word and the other F word. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because I didn't foul somebody.
Yeah, I played him at my first Zlurpee Bowl. Yeah. I heard all things.
Yeah, he called me the other F word.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And like first turn, what are you, fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Like apparently.
Yeah. Do you remember Heavy Junk Xtreme? Was he a slammer?
I don't know if he was a slam. I don't know.
He was a thrower.
He was a thrower.
He was a thrower. Yeah, Heavy Junk was a thrower. I'll throw Xtreme's name in there.
Really?
You've gotten hard, not all the time, but kind of like Tom, where sometimes you're like,
that's a little flair. Like, he's really in the moment. He's like, there's a little flair.
Like a fucking testosterone roided out.
No,
it's more of a.
He gives it like a little swirl and then boom.
Yeah, it's like a fucking it's like a really good pool player just getting that shot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's when you know he's in the zone.
It's not angry. It's like fucking crisp.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Style.
It's super style points, yeah.
Style.
I didn't know my name was going to come up in this. Good to know.
When I think I forgot who it was against, but I know it was bothering somebody. It was somebody like we knew, you know, and they complained about it. And like, then I was like, well, if you're going to fucking complain,
well,
now the whole table's going to move.
So do you guys still use slammers like for your dice cup? Like the old like things made of like the FF Fields material or like the mouse pad neoprene ones, or you just do it straight to the table?
So I had a mouse pad in AF1 that I had made that I used for years and years and years. But this year we're doing a Hoosier Open Tournament series, and in the sponsorship pack is a dice slammer pad that's made of neoprene material.
Nice.
I still use the Sucker Punch one you gave me.
I was gonna say you had the Sucker Punch one.
Yeah, so that Sucker Punch material that I had when I had that made, I had one made with an AF shield, and that's the one I used for years.
Nice.
Because I have a Charlie Victor dice cup, and it comes with a pad.
Nice.
So that one I've seen people use it where you have it's like a lid on your cup, and then you just set it down.
Oh no, I don't do that. No, but I will say this though, because it is a good pad for it. Part of my thing is, if the dice don't land on this thing, they don't count. You know, so and it, rare, but it could happen if I get a little, trying to get a little flair of myself in there, like a good bowler, want to get that twist. But
catch that corner and you flip the die afterwards.
Yeah,
those are the worst because when you come out and right before you catch the corner, you see the POW. And then you catch that corner and it goes to a skull.
It's a skull.
Every time I flipped it, it's been bad. Every single time. Yep. I had a casualty and it flipped from 6 to 1. I was fucking pissed.
Every time.
Yeah. It's bad. So. All right. Well, Spencer, anything else you want to plug? You got like a show you're doing on the side?
No, I am out of the game.
Any Hot Topic sales or out of that game too?
Also, I've been out of that game for a long time now.
Bring old stuff.
Yeah,
I was thinking about getting like a Deftones chain wallet. Could you help me with that?
I'm sure I can find one on Amazon for you.
I was just kidding. But thank you though. That's a good game to be out of. Xtreme, anything you want to plug?
Nope.
Are you trying to you want Zlurpee Bowl signups?
Oh yeah, sure. There's some openings for Zlurpee Bowl. Zlurpee Bowl rules are up there. Registration's open. We still have spots, so sign up.
Yeah. Sign up early, get your roster in, and start enjoying the hype that is Zlurpee Bowl. 15th, right? 15th Zlurpee Bowl?
15th Zlurpee Bowl.
Wow.
Most of the giveaways and stuff are already in, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You've got a lot of returning champions coming back. You get to try your luck against them.
There's room for more. We have some returning champions. We have a lot of returning for love of the game champions.
Yep.
When's the mascot cut off?
I don't know. It's
I'll put you on the spot.
It's in the rules pack. It's online.
To the rules pack, yeah.
I believe it's a month before the tournament.
Nice. Sorry, Brian.
No, it's cool.
No, never apologize. This is his big thing. Never apologize.
Zlurpcast is leaning into the mascots this year, if you don't know. So you get a free mascot if you sign up and get your tournament roster turned in ahead of time. And there's a contest for best themed mascot. So that's taking into account any conversions or model choices you have, painting, and a short bio that you're going to put out with it. And there's going to be a second award for most effective mascot. So the one that produces the most rerolls.
Y'all done if I can come. Yeah. My mascot's ready.
All right, sign up. Sign up. All right, well, this concludes Zlurpcast. Make sure to subscribe on the YouTube channel, or if you're an audio fan only, you don't want to see us, that's okay.
I don't blame you.
Make sure to, just listen wherever you listen. If you like Apple, if you like Spotify, if you like fucking Deezer, you guys ever use Deezer?
No.
Yeah, that's a fucking thing. I don't even know it was a thing. It's a thing.
Sure.
Go fucking Deezer. That's there. Deezer's a fucking thing. Wherever you listen, do that. Follow along at Zlurpcast on all of these social media channels as well. And if you want to keep up with the action, whether it's the lore and fluff that we have or what's going on at the tournaments, the Zlurpee Discord is the place to be. There's probably a link. It may be expired, so ask Xtreme if so. And the website to find all these things, obviously, it's not Zlurpcast.com. I don't own it. You know who owns Zlurpcast.com, Spencer?
Nobody.
It's a fucking gang called Private Sheets. With a Z at the end. Private Sheets. I don't know what the fuck they are. They fucking stole it. You know who owns ZlurpNation.com, Spencer?
Not you?
No, I don't fucking know. Domains by proxy. I think domains by proxy.
I feel like we're leading up to a way cooler domain.
I don't know if it's cooler. It's bloodbowlpodcast.com.
Definitely
as far
cooler.
as I'm concerned, we're the only one.
Yep.
Boom. Hey, look, mic drop. Oops.
Boom.
You're not supposed to drop these kind of mics. That costs too much. All right. See you later, everybody.
Dubinsky out.
Meet Charlie Victor, the MVP of Blood Bowl accessories. Need swag for your Blood Bowl league or tournament? Charlie Victor's got you covered. From dice that roll one's way too often, to gear that makes your team look as sharp as your trash talk. Impress or insult your fake-ass Blood Bowl friends with the Zlurpcast Ball Liquor Token. Why you laugh indeed. Hey, coach, level up your game at charlievictorproducts.com.